We are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome
Nikki, you look gorgeous.
Thank
to Candy
you.
Party.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, happy Halloween, everybody. Welcome to the canning party.
Oh, let's see.
As you can see,
I
so
can't
far
hear
you got.
anybody. Can you guys hear me? I can't hear a thing.
I
We
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Yeah,
Yes.
We can hear you.
Oh,
We'll figure it out. As you can see, you got me, you got Nikki. In between prepping, native voice, and Virginia Roots is having some technical difficulties. She will fix here shortly and be with us. The milkmaid will not be joining us tonight. You may see her in chat. She's got some family stuff going on. And Susanna will not be joining us tonight, I do not believe. Let's see, Hutch and Backwoods are out in the woods, drinking and burning a bonfire with a couple other people from the community. I believe it's Doc Mac and it looked like Mojo Man. Let's see. I believe that's pretty much everyone. I did send out invites to a few other people. Maybe they'll pop in, maybe they won't. We'll see. But let's see who we got in the chat here. Voice dropped out. There he is. Let's see who we got in the chat. So far, we have the pilot. What's going on, brother? Avalanche Knit. Tamara Reynolds.
what's going on?
Outpost 31. What's going on? Eddie Sims. Tamara Reynolds. Mark Bottoms. Hello. Rubbing butt smokers. I think that guy's related to somebody around here. Yeah. All right. Nancy White Dog. Rubbing butt smokers. That's that guy that eats all that chili with beans, right? That's that bean chili guy, right? Yeah.
right. That guy.
Yeah, that guy. That bean guy. Prepper Mo Homestead. Kim's Farm Life. Hello. Who am I missing here? Rosanna Jones, welcome. It's Debbie. And the milkmaid, there she is.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
As you can see, Nikki went above and beyond for Halloween. She's not wearing any makeup tonight. She showed up au natural.
All natural.
I am doing wife, mom, and witch. Doing pinto beans, and after I put my pintos in the pressure canner for their hour-and-a-half processing time, I'm going to take you guys step by step on how to make grape jelly from Welch's grape juice or any kind of Welch's. I'm doing great, but you can do pretty much any of the Welch's grape juice as long as it's 100% juice. So I'll take you through the process. A lot of people think it's like really hard. It's literally the easiest thing I've ever done in the kitchen. It's like literally all you have to know how to do is boil water and you can make jelly. It's pretty cool. Looks like Nikki's got some pork and poblano stew. So that's going to have like potatoes
Wow.
and carrots and all that good stuff in it.
Let's go. What?
What all's in it?
Oh, I make this Mexican pork and chili stew. So I had a whole bunch of poblanos from the garden. So right now I'm just doing the base of it. It's got onion, garlic, poblano, some Anaheim from the garden, and pork.
Nice.
I'll thicken it after I take and season it more after I, take it out.
Oh, sounds good. What you got going on, Nate?
Pickles. I got no pickle. I need to change my thing. Can you change it?
Yeah. What you got going on?
Okay. Just pickles and jalapenos, jalapenos.
Nice.
Pickles and jalapenos?
Yeah. I'll show them to you guys in a minute.
How about you, Roots?
I am doing beef stew with meat, carrot, and onion. I'm not putting in potato. I have jars of potato and a quart with just about feeds my family. Or actually a 2-quart stew. So it's going to be mostly meat and aromatics. I'm cold packing this and we'll see what happens. Hopefully I have enough to get around.
What do you want me to call that? I was going to type in your title. What's it called again? What are you doing?
Pickles.
Beef stew?
Yeah, beef stew. Yeah,
Okay.
It's meat, carrot, onion.
Got it. Good. Cool. Carrot Top, welcome. There's Monty. Klingon Princess, what's going on? Who else we got? I see somebody said, "Hey, zombie." Zombie's up in here, I guess. Oh, there he is. What's up, zombie?
Hi, zombie.
I believe it's a he. If I get the he part wrong, y'all forgive me because I mean I'm just gonna start calling everybody it from now on. Seeing what's going on. Yeah, so the guys in the chat, I mean you guys have seen us do it before. Ooh, Nate's putting his pickles in. The water bath cannon is really simple. I mean the preparation, it just depends on what you're making, but I mean with water bath canning, it takes you 2 to 3 times as long to get it prepared as it does to actually do the process. It only takes a few minutes once it's boiling. So it's like really, really awesome. Luke, what's going on? But yeah, so Nate's water bath cannon. I'm gonna pressure can and water bath cannon at the same time. I think Virginia Roots is painting somebody's house and running something. And Nikki's obviously pressure cannon. She's doing that for me. It's going to be pretty much the same thing that you usually do, except we're going to try to tell some better jokes than normal. Look at there. That meat.
Yeah, I chopped all of this up. It's basically all the same size. This is round roast, which doesn't have a lot of fat, but it's what was on sale at my store. So that's what I bought,
Nice.
Looks good.
Let's see. The pilot says it didn't can anything this week, but we did make
Very good. You got carrots and onions in the bottom.
Yep.
Nice. So the pilot, they didn't can anything, but they did make 2 big Crisco candles. Nice. Monty says, Ghost, we're trying out the Instapot Max tonight. Have 4 pints, which is all it holds of chicken canning out. You want me to drop the link? Monty, you come through and do it with us. We'd like to see you. We haven't seen anybody use the Instapot before.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Come on, Monty.
Let me find my here in a second, and I will drop the link. Let me open it up on YouTube. Yeah. That. Now we come over here. What do you think about that drastic weather change we're dealing with, Native? I mean, it's been nice for like 3 weeks, and then all of a sudden it just turned into winter.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, have you noticed like our winters kind of turn into a wet season? It rains a lot during the winter now.
Yeah. All right, Monty, I pinned the link over there.
Weather machine.
What's going on, Monty?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Monty, what's going on, brother?
So, oh crap. I don't even know if I know how to turn this camera around.
Hi.
It's actually not that difficult.
I've heard people say it was pretty simple. You just follow the instructions.
It's actually not that difficult. And I say that because I didn't have to do it.
Oh, nice. That's even better.
Awesome.
She just
the Instapot y'all talking about.
Started doing it on its own.
Here at the top, you have to get a specific Instapot. It's called the Instapot Max. It's made for pressure canning. You can't just pressure can it in the Instapot. I do not believe there's a special one you got to get. Yeah, Instapot Max, but not the other.
Actually, on the other Instapots, because we have 3 of them now, the other Instapots you can water bath can.
Yeah,
we're doing
water bath
cucumber
can,
chips
water,
and cucumbers tomorrow.
all right, yeah. All you need to water bath can, people, is a pot deep enough to cover the jars for at least an inch. You just need to make sure you submerge the jars in the water, and while they're at a rolling boil without making a mess.
Yeah, we're using my great-grandmother's old recipe for pickled okra, cucumber, and cucumber chips tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
But Virginia's beef stew is looking off the chain.
Oh yeah, she can throw dirt. She can throw some gravel from the driveway in the jar and cook it, and it's gonna look like it's going to eat it.
Well, and she's probably sketching out floor plans for a new house at the same time she's doing that.
How did you know?
Just a guess.
Yeah, on my end, Milkmaid, everybody seems to be kind of glitchy tonight. I don't know if it's all these solar storms or what, but everybody seems to be kind of in and out. You hear me better now?
Ruth, what spices you putting in there?
So what I did is I heated up a pot of water with better than bouillon, and that's all I'm going to do. So this is very, very salty. I'm not going to add any herbs. I do add some bay and other stuff, but I'm just going to leave the herbs out. Honestly, I am going to throw a clove of garlic into each one, so I'm going to chop those right quick. But I'm going to get a clove of garlic into the top of each one too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh.
Cool.
Slide the top.
How do I sound now? Can y'all hear me?
You
Hey,
sound
what
good.
is Nikki? What's Nikki canning?
Nikki's doing pork, pork and poblano, pork stew with poblano peppers.
Oh,
Hey, we
snap.
gotta try that next.
Native's got pickles and jalapenos. Yeah, I'll hopefully have my microphone and new webcam and all that stuff hooked up tomorrow or the next day, so my voice should be getting better.
Nice.
Fish sticks. What's going on, fish sticks? Best life. Howdy.
Hey, Ghost, I'll jump off of here so y'all can get somebody more interesting on. And then whenever that thing's finished doing what it does, I'll shoot a message and show you what's going on.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Man,
Thanks, guys.
These dudes look good. Rip Curl, what's going on, Rip? Rip Curl's in the house.
Hey, Rick.
Rip, what's going on, brother? Man.
Yeah, I hear you staying high for life. That's where I was last 20 minutes. I was watching Hutch fired up. So yeah, I'm doing the back and forth thing. They'll be over here to mess with us in a little while, I promise. Hutch can't pass up a control.
Yeah.
So are you just doing the pickles? So it won't take too long.
I just got the pickles in the house.
Oh, okay.
I've never water bath before to make sure I do it right.
Yeah. Like put something in the bottom of the pot. What do you got in the bottom? You got a rack? You got your normal rack down there? Like
Yeah, I got the normal rack in there.
Cool.
One for first. Yeah.
Cool.
Dude, did you see where never mind. I'm sorry, I was about to talk politics. I'm sorry. My bad.
I do it all the time. I'm like, nope, I can't. I gotta do good.
Never mind.
Because it has happened on here before more than once. I'll accidentally say something, or somebody will kind of accidentally crack the kitchen door open, and then everybody comes in. They're like, woo!
Yeah.
Hey, Oakley, what's going on? Ooh, canning chicken stew while listening. Well, why don't you stop listening and turn your computer on and get up here and
Yeah, come on up.
with us. The link's in the chat. I posted at the top. Let's see. The best slice says, how do y'all prep your jars before pressure canning? The only thing you got to do with your jars, technically, is wash them You don't have to sterilize them because you're pressure canning. Pressure canning is a sterilization process. But lots of times I will sterilize anyway. It just depends, how much time I got on my hands. But if I'm really trying to get it out quick, there's really no need to sterilize your jars if you just wash them really good. The biggest key to prepping your jars is making sure that your jars, the material that you're putting in the jars, and the water that you're putting your jars in the canner are as close to the same temperature as possible. You don't want to put super hot boiling liquid into a cold jar because there's a good chance it'll pop. And
Yeah,
the same
like
thing
this.
goes for
This is steaming, but it's not hot. My hand is in it. It's steaming, but this is not hot because I am cold packing.
Yeah, you don't have to be perfect. I mean, you don't you don't need to whip out a laser beam thermometer and measure everything to the degree. But if you're within, 15, 20 degrees of each other, you'll be fine. You just want to get them close. I mean, there's three temperatures in canning. There's cold, there's warm, there's hot. Cold, warm, and hot. Everything either needs to be cold, everything needs to be warm, or everything needs to be hot.
I cracked my first jar today, doing exactly what Ghost is talking about. I don't know if you can see the crack.
Yep, I can. How'd you do it?
It's a weird one. I was putting the brine for the pickles in here, and I thought I had warmed the jar up, but I guess it cooled down when I took it out of the sink.
Oh, yeah.
And I just noticed the liquid I put in it, half of it was gone for the table. Yeah.
Now, there's also, if you didn't hear it pop, there's a really good chance it may have been cracked before you even poured it in there.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Monique goes, when doing your beans, do you soak them overnight? You can if you want to, Monique. You can soak them overnight. You can do what I did today. I just put them, I rinsed them really good, put them in a big pot on the stove, and I brought them to a simmering boil, and I let them simmer for a couple hours because they're pintos. I want to soften them up. And then they'll go in the jar, or you can just put them in the jar right out of the bag and just fill it with water. It'll be one cup of beans per quart. Fill it the rest of the way with water, leave an inch head space, and you're good to go. So there's several different ways to do it. The FDA does not recognize the no soak method where you just pour the dry beans and add the water. They don't recognize that, but we've done it here. I've ate them. It works fine. The only problem is if you're using a bean like a pinto bean that really soaks up a lot of water, there's a good chance that if you put too many beans in there, when it soaks up all that water, they expand. So there's a good chance that you're going to get a lot of slicing. You might lose a seal. Me myself, I like to pre-cook all my beans. I like to keep them nice and warm and then do it. Just because I want to keep that soup, that bean soup that's in that jar. I want as much of that as possible. That's the good stuff. Hey, Sean's here. What's up, North Shore?
George, what's up, brother?
I'm sitting here looking at Native's big old head.
You can take me off the big screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I was watching one of Native's live streams there for a second.
That's what it felt like.
All right. Well, I'm going to go finish filling my jars and get them in the canner while you guys chit-chat.
Best Life, if you have any questions, please let us know. I know there's a couple of people in chat canning, right?
Yes. Pepperstead, what's up, man?
Yeah, Pepper.
Lady Roy, hello.
Hello.
You sexy prepping sexy.
Hey, Lady Rowan. Oh, wait. Forgot to burp the jars. Taking the first lid off. Woo!
Pepperstead was just eating. Oh, I have an announcement. This Monday on the Prep Up, we're going to have Virginia Roots and Ghetto Prepper and JR.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are you putting together some
We'll be
good
looking forward to Roots
scenarios?
kicking some butt. Oh, yeah. They all involve bare feet.
Oh, I love that. Toe infections.
Yeah, like green fungus and filled toenails.
Oh,
Well, there's some truth to that. Like gangrene of the feet and stuff. That jungle rot gets people
Mhm.
more than you would think.
Right.
thank you,
Exactly.
Monique.
Did you guys ever watch that? I'm sorry. Did you guys ever watch that documentary about the guy who rowed the boat across the ocean? And he did it. He would put his foot in these straps, his feet in these straps, and then he would do it barefoot. And
Oh,
the back and forth motion of him rowing, it rubbed his feet raw while he was out in the middle of the ocean. But he had to keep going, and so they got infected and started getting gangrenous. And he was in the middle of the ocean in a rowboat.
oh man.
That's awful. Oof.
It was like a weeks long journey. But anyway, you made me think of that, Ruth, when you brought that up.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, but I've heard similar stories. I can't imagine. Plus, he was rowing with his feet. Wow.
Hmm.
Did he live?
He did. He made it. He said the pain, and towards the end, someone found him. He had rowed way off course, so the people that were supposed to be in contact with him didn't know where he was. And
Dang.
yeah, he said the pain got so bad towards the end that his body would like send him, and he would like have hallucinations and stuff. That he was getting rescued, and then he'd come back to it, and he wouldn't be. He said it was torture.
Started seeing
But,
mirages
somebody found
in
him,
the ocean.
right? Crazy. Gotta take care of your feet, man.
Right. Yeah. B Mitch, I haven't canned milk. I know Ghost has because I watched the video, but I haven't even canned ghee yet. But I'm dying to do some ghee.
Girl, yes.
That's gonna be maybe my next thing. I've watched y'all do it multiple times, and I'm gonna
It's
have to
so
try it.
good.
Yeah, I want to do that.
I was gonna do a batch of ghee tonight, but I didn't feel like running to the store to get more butter, so I decided to make jelly.
Right. I've never made jelly either. Jam or jelly. I've pickled a bunch of stuff, but I've never done jam or jelly. See, I think that's like you said earlier, the whole pickling, it's easy because it's just water bathing. But the last one I did was, I don't know, last week I pickled some okra and some green beans and some quail eggs. And my husband was like, I think that's more work than pressure canning. And I was like, kind of, because the prep work, I guess, is more work than the pressure canning. But the actual canning part, it's like 15 minutes and it's done. So it's all the prep work, I guess, with the water bathing.
Steading. I got 1 jar of spicy pickles with the jalapeno in there, and then 2 jars of just jalapenos, and then the rest are well, there's 3 dill pickles, and the rest is I think sweet.
Oh, I agree, Lynn. Pickled jalapenos are really good. You know what we do with our pickled jalapenos and our pickled okra? We actually, aside from snacking on them, we take the pickled jalapenos and pickled okra and batter them and fry them. And they're barbecue fried and dipped in ranch. They're delicious.
Sounds amazing.
It is delicious. Yeah, really good.
If I would have known water bathing was this easy, I would have been doing it all summer, pulling stuff out of the garden.
Well, that's what I did first. I was watching Ghost Canning Channel for like weeks. I watched it for several weeks, and then I decided to order a pressure canner. I didn't have one. But in the meantime, I was, I had the garden, and I made so many pickles. I made so many pickles just in a big pot, water bath
Right.
cannon first. And I thought, well, and I had to work my way up to it. You know how it goes. It's scary the first time you pressure can. I worked my way up. I was like, okay, if I can make it, then, and I told my husband, I was like, okay, we got to order a canner. And it sat there for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I kept watching the show, and finally I got the nerve to get, to actually do it. But yeah, it's awesome. You get hooked.
Right. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, pickles are awesome. Well, pickled jalapenos and pickled okra are my favorite. I even pickled some of our carrots with the jalapenos. It's awesome.
Really? How was that?
It was good. It's
Wow.
good. And they're delicious. They're hot. Like when you go, well, I don't know about where y'all live, but when you go to a Mexican food place around here, like a Tex-Mex Mexican food place, and you order like the nacho or the queso or whatever at first, and then the Lux queso, depending on where you go, they bring like the queso and then like a bowl of seasoned meat, like the taco meat, and then they have a side or a bowl of pickled jalapenos. It's jalapenos, carrots, and onions, and I mean they're spicy, but they're delicious. And I did that with some carbs. They're delicious, spicy, spicy. Oh, it's okay. Oh yeah. I forgot they were in there.
Okay, my stuff's in the cannon. Have I missed anything good? Let me rewind the chat here and see if I missed any questions. Virginia's getting ready to take off. Yep. Ooh, that looks good.
Yeah, that was the
Ooh.
carrots, jalapenos, and onions that I grew, or not onions. I bought the onions. Carrots and jalapenos that I grew in the garden. And they taste just like, oh, they're delicious. Spicy, but delicious.
That looks good.
Yeah, anybody in the chat, if you guys have a channel and you're trying to grow it, just let one of the mods know, and they'll throw your link in there. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Just always ask a mod to do it. Don't just like pop on and start dropping, your link or other people's links without asking. That way they can keep control of what's going on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, North Shore's all over it. Carrot Top, there are guidelines all over the web. And actually, one of the best places to go if you don't have a ball canning book or whatever is the National Center for Home Food Preservation. They have an insane library. Tells you everything you need to do. They have recipes. I mean, it's really, really good. Flintstone girl, what's going on? How are you tonight? So, is everybody doing Halloween tonight or tomorrow night? Because ain't no kids knocked on my door for candy yet. So I'm assuming they're just going to do it tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night here. I just had a head start.
Gotcha.
I figured I would get in the spirit. Like I said earlier, I'm like, we're canning with ghosts, and it's almost Halloween. Seems fitting, right? It's Halloween weekend, and we're canning with ghosts.
Oh, no. Yeah.
It's like, I gotta do something. No. Tomorrow is different. Tomorrow is the real game
The
on.
real. Uh-oh. Cadwin, what's going on, Cad? How's it going? Welcome to the show. Yep, Debbie's got a good point. Your manual with your canner usually comes with instructions. They better come with instructions, but sometimes they come with recipes too. Nice, Flintstone girl. Well, as soon as my stuff comes up to pressure and I get the timer started, I'm going to log in with my phone, and I'm going to take my phone over to the stove where I can give you guys a close-up view on how to make jelly, because it's really easy. It's so easy. Yeah, definitely read your canner manual. So you got Hutch, you got Backwoods, you got Mojo Man and Doc Matt out in the middle of the woods with a bonfire, drinking moonshine and
Yep.
smoking weed. So what are the odds? What are the odds it's going to turn into a really long night?
What
Are they
could
really
go
all
wrong?
together?
Yeah,
They're
what
really
could go
all
wrong?
together? Nice.
We're gonna hear about We're gonna hear about a gunfight tomorrow.
I know, right? So there's probably going to be video shots of Hutch wearing nothing but his chaps, doing a barefoot chap riding rodeo in the field with his bike. I mean, it's going to be crazy. I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see Backwoods riding bitch on the back, doing the hot dog bite. Yeah, it's going to be a hoot.
Hell.
I tell you what, Native, if I would have known about it a little bit longer ahead of time, I would have been like, dude, let's go. We can carpool. Let's head to Missouri because this is going to be fun.
Absolutely, man.
We could have tribe meetings,
Not
somewhere.
told nobody. Just showed up in the
Show
middle
up.
of the night.
Yeah. Just show up. Yeah,
That could be a scenario all in itself.
I know, right?
Yeah.
No kidding. Yeah, we could have tribe meet us at the North Carolina Tennessee line and just roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could swing
That
through.
would blew their mind.
Pick up Prep and Plumber, Mrs. Prep and Plumber, meet up with tribe, and just roll out that way.
I wish I were closer to me.
Yeah, Texas is a pretty long haul.
Yeah, it really is. The last time, I think Myrtle Beach, South Carolina was about a 22-hour drive straight through. I mean, it's been years since I've been there, but we took turns driving and it was about like 22 hours, I think. Ugh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who is this lady Rowan chick? I think she's stalking me or something. She's always seems to be on this channel.
Yeah.
It's only when David's here. So
This super hot, like knitter prepper lady.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. There must be some kind of connection because she always seems to come on here whenever you're on here. So I don't know what's going on there.
Right. Yeah. She wants me for my body.
At least Native is here. Hutch is safe. That's funny.
So she's listening instead of watching because obviously the eyesight's an issue. What's up, Robert?
What you say?
Hello, Lady Rowan. Oh, new. Yes, I went outside this morning to feed the rabbits, and Milkmaid's Kendall. I'm calling them a litter. I don't care if it's the wrong word or not. Milkmaid's batch of bunnies, 6. 3 of them were just out running around in the backyard. They had ate a hole. They ate a hole up through the hay in the hay feeder and crawled out the top of the hay feeder. There was a tunnel in the hay feeder. When I went over looked, I'm like, son of a gun. So yeah, but it was funny. I walked that back there to the cage. They come walking right up to me. I picked them up, put them right back in. It was just
wow.
And then I shoved more hay in the hay feeder and blocked it with a water bottle at the top. Them things are smart, man. I mean, for an animal that literally shits and pees in the bowl when he's eating or drinking, like it's going in one end, coming out the other, but he's smart enough to escape, the cage. I'm like, why can't you figure out not to shit in your food? That would be great.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh, naughty milkmaid babies.
Naughty milkmaid babies, yeah. They were naughty.
Milkmaid video was so funny. Oh my god. The cow video in the pasture. I laughed and I watched it again and I laughed again, and my husband came in the room and I made him watch it and laughed again. It was great. Oh my god. So funny.
What in the world is vanilla extract? What is she doing? Baking the bread, making a cake? What?
I'm working on peanut butter cookies.
Okay.
Of course you are. Of course.
It sounded good. I have a lot of peanut butter.
After she gets done re-roofing the house.
Yeah.
Now I want a cookie.
I mean, that canner is kind of old. I'm pretty sure one of these shows we're going to come on, we're going to see her in the backyard, and she's going to hand-build a forge, and she's going to be like melting down aluminum and reforging her own canner, custom canners by Roots. Show them online.
Right?
She'll get into blacksmithing.
She does a video on that one.
I know, right?
Right.
Great.
That's a pretty dog.
Mm-hmm. My dogs are worthless.
Damn.
They really are.
I know it's canning next week. Dog meat.
I'm just saying, we were talking about that today, my husband and I, and my dogs are literally worthless. And because we got the little chickens over there in the brooder or in the cage or whatever setup, whatever, our brooder. And I'm like, no more dogs. My dogs are old and they're rescue dogs and all that. And I'm like, then they're annoying. They're like, they want to go in and out 42 times a day. Like, they act like three-year-olds or whatever. You have to, anyway. And so I was like, no more dogs. And he's like, okay. And I said, well, the cats can stick around because, they kill snakes. They keep the snakes away. And a couple of weeks ago, I did a video, but I didn't post it. My youngest cat, his name is Merlin, he straight up snatched and killed a squirrel, which is now, FYI, in my freezer. I'm like, at least the cats hunt for us. they're useful. And I'm like, whatever. But yeah.
Hey, Roots, North Shore said you need to drone him in some of those cookies.
Right? Me too. I was like, peanut butter cookies. Oh my god.
Oh, Nate's going to be canning beer next week. Probably.
I'm going to do what?
Debbie said that so Nate's going to be canning deer next week.
Hopefully.
I hope so.
Yeah, next weekend is opening.
I would love to can.
I won't be here next weekend because we'll be in Centerville. Hopefully the weekend after we'll be canning venison. Hopefully.
Nice.
Hopefully we'll have better luck than backwoods.
We'll see. Like, oh yeah, it was too hot and this and that. What it was, they got drunk at night and they were too hungover in the morning to get up and go hunting. They blamed it on the weather.
That's been known to happen at the deer camp for sure.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
Been there, done that. My canner takes forever.
Yeah, that's one thing I was going to tell Native. If you're water bath canning in your actual pressure canner, it takes a little bit longer because it's such a thick,
Okay.
such thick walled vessel. It takes a lot longer to get it up to a boil with no lid.
That's true. When I do
Okay.
water bathing, I do it in this really, really, really thin metal stock pot. And it's
Yeah,
like,
got a stock pot.
yeah. Yes, Monique. Yes. See, I saw that. I was actually at the cook-off and I watched the replay on Sunday when I got back. Monique has my same canner. And I saw her. She was like, is Nikki going to be here? And I'm like, I felt bad because I watched it when I got back. It's the same one. It takes forever to heat up on a flat top. But she did awesome. Monique did a great job. And oh, that kitchen.
Tell me about it.
I know, right? Right?
I should have took a screenshot of it so I could make her kitchen my green screen background.
Yeah, right? It's gorgeous.
Like we can all log in and we're all in Monique's kitchen.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we should all do it. That should be our official canning background. Yeah, mine's not so impressive at all. She does have a beautiful.
Okay, so how long do I boil?
Once it comes to a rolling boil, you let it go for 10 minutes.
Yeah, depending. It's like 10 or 15 on mine, depending on what I'm doing.
Yeah, but for pickles, I'm pretty sure it's just 10 minutes. But if you get a little bit longer, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's not that big a deal, but 10
Like
minutes.
lots of times, like even when I pressure can, lots of times I'll give it an extra minute, just because it's not going to do any damage to it. And then when you take them out, you want to be real delicate and just sit them down and leave them alone.
I do too. Hey, I got.
Appreciate it, Sean. We'll see you next time, brother. Tell Pinball I said
Hey,
hello.
brother.
Oh yeah, tell him we said hi. Thank you, Debbie. Okay. I did not have this when I first started making pickles with all those cucumbers, but I ordered it online. It's called Extra Crunch. And I started using that. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's called Extra Crunch. I watched it on, I can't remember whose video. Somebody was making pickles, and I thought, all right, because I like, those pickles. And I've done that with the last two batches, my pickled green beans and my pickles, so I'm not sure of the difference because I haven't actually cracked them open yet. But I figured Mrs. Wages, Extra Crunch.
Monique wants to know what's in it. Monique wants to know what's in it.
And here's the Christmas of home canned pickles is what it says on the front. What's in it? Oh Lord. Oh Lord. I have to read this.
Embalming fluid.
Maybe. I don't know. I watched somebody's process informing water bath canning.
Yeah, North Shore probably hit it. It's probably just that alum.
Calcium chloride.
Calcium chloride.
That's what it says. That's it for ingredients. Calcium chloride. I'm not a chemist. I didn't do well in chemistry, but I watched the video and they said it made the pickles better, so I'm trying it.
Nice. Susie D, hello.
Hey, Susie.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Alum? North Shore says it's alum, calcium chloride. I have some alum. The only thing I know to do with alum is that if you're trying to before you purify water, you have dirty water and you sprinkle alum on top of it, it binds to all the anything in the water and it brings it down to the bottom, so it sort of clarifies the water, and then you can scoop that off and then run it through your filters or your, I don't know. That's all I know about alum, is that it helps to clarify water pre-filtering it. But is that the same thing as calcium chloride? See, y'all are smarter than me. I don't know. Chemistry was not my thing.
I do not know.
I do not know either. I'll tell you, I don't know. I don't know.
Neither do I. I bet Roots does.
Of course she does. She probably invented the shit.
Yeah. Yeah, Virginia will know. Or Milkmaid will know. Shoot.
Yeah. Another nerd.
Playful Diamond, welcome, welcome.
Hey, Joyful Diamond.
Hey. Joyful Diamond. No kicking, just saying. Yeah. Look at the, oh my God. In the background dancing. Oh, that reminds me of my grandson. So cute. So cute.
That little guy go. He can't get no happier. Those were the days.
So cute.
Yeah, my nephew's son came and visited last Tuesday. That's why I didn't do a stream on Tuesday. And he wore me out. We had a blast.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I had to watch your replay this morning drinking coffee because last night was my mom's birthday dinner that we went over there and cooked. So my two grandsons were there, and talk about wore out. I think I got home about 11:30 or 12. I was like, woo. They're so cute. No, they're so cute though. Non-stop energy. I wish I had that back.
Me too. Good gracious.
Right? Right.
Yeah. We have a 2-year-old in the house.
Oh, wow.
She beats me.
That's all my
It's weird. I only get to see her 3 hours during the weekdays because I get home at 5 and then they get home at 5 and she goes to bed at 8. But she beats the crap out of me for those 3 hours.
Oh yeah.
And later on. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
They're non-stop. So cute.
As soon as mine comes up to temperature and I get my gauge on it, I'll start making the jelly. So it don't take long to make jelly, like for real. It's super quick.
Top, right? How that happen? Okay, Monique looked it up. Calcium, or knows it, or looked at calcium chloride. I don't know. It just said it made the pickles crisper, so I figured I'd give it a try. I don't know. We'll see.
Let us know how it turns out.
Okay.
Ohio Prepper, what's going on? Says hello everyone. Had the best evening. Just got home from walking the grandbaby around trick or treating. The 3-year-old granddaughter wrapped her arms around my neck and said, "Thank you for being my granny." Oh, ain't that
sweet? So sweet. Oh.
Wow. Hey, G2.
G2, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, G2, that hand sanitizer you sent me with the ghost on it, the apple something, that stuff smells so good I want to eat it. Like for real. Like I use it just because I want to smell it on my hands for a while. It's like this sour apple hand sanitizer stuff. It's delicious. I want to eat it.
Mm-hmm. Just goes out to the rabbits. He's got in his pocket. It's like, oh, I touched a rabbit.
My mate says, "Don't lick it, Ghost." I didn't. I wanted to. I remember when my second daughter, no, my third daughter was born. No, it was my second. When she was born premature. And like literally, I could hold her in my hand. She laid face down and put her head in between my fingers. I mean, she was only about that long, but she was teeny tiny. So for Halloween, you know those Halloween buckets that you get for your kids. It's a plastic pumpkin. I sat her in there. I took a towel and fluffed it up, and I sat her inside the pumpkin and just carried her around in the thing. All you could see was his little head sitting there.
Oh. No, no. That's why I said it Mm-hmm.
Do we have any updates from the chat of anyone in there? Like we saw earlier, there were some people.
I didn't hear the question.
Any updates from the chat yet?
Oh, no, not yet. Hey, Independent.
Okay.
What's going on?
Hey, girl.
Hey, Mary. My canner is so slow. Oh, it's not. I mean, it's hotter and hotter, but it's just so slow. Heat up.
Hey, DP. What's up, big sis?
Yes, Monique. She has a glass top stove. So do I.
Yeah.
Native, you're glass top too. Yeah, so is Native.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Yes, it is a glass top. And apparently, you're not supposed to use this canner on a glass top stove, which I didn't know until I ordered it.
Yeah,
So
you've got a spacer underneath there, right?
So I put a rack, right?
Yeah.
I put a rack underneath because of the concave, and it's worked so far. It just takes so much longer to heat up.
Yeah,
But
taping around the sides, yeah.
yeah,
Monty
but it
says he
works.
has 11 minutes. Monty has 11 minutes until Penny is done. Sweet.
Nice. Look forward to it, man.
I've got about 3 hours.
I'm just about up to pressure. It's wanting to jiggle.
Hey, Coach, what is the? I'm sorry. I was going to ask about the water bath. Like, what should you not water bath and pressure can instead?
Everything that's what is it? Low acid.
Yeah, anything that's acidic, you can water bath can. But if it's not acidic, you gotta pressure can it.
Oh, okay. That's a good rule of thumb.
Is always pressure canned. All your beans are pressure canned except for green beans. You can water bath green beans, but I pressure can them anyway. And like there are even tricks that people use with tomato sauce. They add tomato sauce to certain things to bring the acidity to where they can water bath it versus pressure canning it. But I'm not going to play those games. I'm not here.
Mm-mm.
It's all about the acidity of the food that you're canning. So yeah, but I'm not going to get creative when it comes to that.
I bought some of this a long time ago. I forgot I had it. When I got out the water bath stuff, it was with it. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, you can add citric acid to tomatoes and other things. If you add enough citric acid, from what I've watched on other videos, like even tomatoes, because I mean, tomatoes are acidic, but some people still add a little bit of citric acid to them and
I
they
just
can.
I use the citric acid for all my vegetables like apples, oranges, any kind of fruit or vegetable that I'm going to can. I'll put it in a cold citric acid solution, water solution, and it keeps them from turning brown. Like my potatoes, when I cut up, 40 pounds of potatoes, they're all in citric acid because it keeps them from turning brown. Yep. Got it.
I got a 2-pack of this for like $12. It's 30 ounces, but I do the same thing. I put some of this in the vegetables or in apples or things that turn brown, and it helps.
Yeah, I'm doing the pintos right now. I'm fixing to make the grape jelly here in a second. Yeah, it's well.
Excuse me.
Or yeah, lemon juice. I've seen some people use lemon juice as well. Come on.
So my jiggler is going on, and then I'm going to switch to the garage for a minute because this kitchen is so darn hot, and then I can talk a little bit more. But I'm putting it on now, and then my time is going to be 90 minutes once it hits the 10 pounds of pressure.
Nice.
I will be right back.
Monty. On the weekends, and sometimes a little shy.
Well, I thank you for the question.
Too much for me. Can't do that. Rosanna, yeah, the only thing I've ever water bath canned is pickles or something pickled, whether it's pickled quail eggs or okra or green beans or jalapenos or whatever. But I mean, I know I've seen videos where people do water bath can other things, but I've seen also it takes them forever to do it.
I've never tried that, Sandra. I'm gonna have to try that. Use citric acid in your dishwater if you have cloudy jars. Ohio, this batch of pintos, I put them on a low simmer for about 2 hours. I have soaked them overnight before. I like to pre-cook them. I basically cook them to where they're about 60% done. And I have done them just dry. Put them in a jar, add water, and let them do their own thing. I've done them that way too. But I prefer cooking them first because I want to keep all that soup. But then you got beans like lima beans. Lima beans you don't even have to process for an hour and a half. I think lima beans are quite a bit shorter than an hour and a half.
Now these won't compare nothing to Roots cookies, but this is what we have going in the
Those look
Happy
good.
Halloween. Yeah.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna turn my phone, like I'm gonna log in on my phone so I can give you guys a closer up view of the jelly making. Now my jiggler's going off, so it may be kind of hard to hear. So I'm gonna wait just a few seconds so I get it more control, and then I'll start making the jelly. But I'll go ahead and give you the recipe. All it is Welch's grape juice, 100% grape juice. You need 6 cups of Welch's grape juice. You put it in a pot. You bring it to a boil. Once it gets to a boil, you put in 2 boxes of the pectin. You slowly, that'll dissolve and it'll come back to a boil. Once that happens, you pour in your 7 cups of sugar. Stir it up, let that get completely incorporated. Yeah, let that get completely incorporated and it'll come to a boil. What you want to do is you want to continually stir it until once it starts boiling. And once it starts boiling, you stir it, and you can stir the boil away. A lot of times, you stir it, and the boiling goes away, and then it comes back. You want to keep doing that until you can no longer stir the boil away. Once you're stirring it vigorously and it still keeps boiling, you want to let it do that for 1 minute. As soon as you hit the 1 minute timer, turn the heat off. And I usually move it off the burner, and then you can go ahead and jar it up, and boom, you got jelly. It's a pretty simple process. Yeah, 7 cups of sugar. I thought, I'm like, oh my God. But I mean, it's really not a lot when you consider how much sugar's in everything else you eat. 7 cups of sugar. It usually makes about 5.5 pints of jelly. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to try to go for 6 pints. So I'm going to add a little bit more juice. I'm going to do like maybe 6.5 cups of juice. And I'm just going to adjust it a little bit to try to make it pints, because last time I did it, I had 5 pints. I had like 5.25 pints. Wow. So I'm gonna log in with my phone. Yes.
Hey, Stuart.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah. I wonder why I can't. This media. All right, can you hear me still?
Yeah.
All right. So it's like
Hutch and them are watching. They'll be tripping out right now.
I know, right? 2 ghosts. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. Hey, Teresa, what's going on? I'm gonna go ahead and start.
You're echoing now.
Yeah, there's an echo.
Why would I be echoing if I've got that muted? Am I still echoing?
No.
No, you're good now.
So let's see here. Got
Hey, Teresa.
I'm just going to take 6 cups of Welch's 100% grape juice.
Yeah, I can't believe we don't have Susanna, who all holler said somebody's jiggling. You know, Susanna would have jumped all over that.
I know, right?
It's right, it's Ghost that's jiggling. That's funny.
Let's come to a boil.
I need a. Let's just watch it. The jelly making.
I love the jelly making. Cool. Oh, Best Life, you got your jars in? Okay. Best Life, are you doing pints or quarts?
All right, is there an echo?
Yes.
Cool.
Today I consider by myself. All right, how's that? Better?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll just stay with the phone for now.
5 pints. Okay. So with carrots, I think that's only like 20 minutes. I can look in my book right quick.
Cookie.
All right, it's time to exfiltrate my pickles.
Nice.
I'm behind.
Echo?
No.
Cool.
Ooh, native. That looks good.
Yeah, dude.
I can see the spices in there.
It's the jalapenos.
Ah, jalapenos.
Yum. Woo! Dude, also, there's a man at Hutch's wearing a hat bigger than Arkansas Living's hat.
I gotta go over there and check them out.
Well, I'll catch the replay in the morning when I'm drinking coffee.
What's up, Ghetto?
Oh, those look good. Are those also cucumbers just cut in spears, or are those pickles also, or peppers?
No, those are there's
What's up, Ghetto? How you doing, brother? Have you been over to Hutchins live stream? All four of them are sitting out in the woods barefoot, painting each other. They're all four barefoot out in the woods, naked, painting each other's toenails.
Hey, Ghetto. So what did you put in the pickling liquid? Did you make like a vinegar sugar brine or?
yeah, it was like the white vinegar and water and some pickling salt. Let's use that.
Right, yeah.
And just regular sugar.
Well, it sounds good.
Wait.
And I got some fresh dill to put in the bottom.
Right. Man, I tried to grow dill this year for my pickles, and it ended up bolting on me. All of my herbs bolted.
Oh, really?
So,
Wow.
yeah, I'll have to try again. Avalanche, you can raw pack meatloaf. Last week, Hutch did meatloaf. Northern Girl has a video raw packing meatloaf. Ooh, those are whole. That looks good.
Somebody needs to show up with a banjo to Hutch's little party. They probably already got one there. I'm sure Backwoods has got one or two in the back of his truck.
Man, I bet Backwoods is 3 sheets to the wind right now.
Oh yeah. You make meatloaf, do you cook it first, then pack it, or cook it in the jar, Avalanche? You cook it in the jar. Hutch did it last weekend. So you want to get some good quality meat, obviously. You want to have a super huge amount of grease, but you want some good quality meat. Probably nothing left. Okay, you want good quality meat. And you mix it all
Do you
up.
put liquid in it?
No, you mix it all up, pack it in the jar, it makes its own liquid. I mean, it's not going to be a lot of liquid. It's going to be a little bit. You need to ask Hutch. Go ahead and open one of the jars up and eat it and see how it tastes.
Yeah, the hamburger will put off a lot of fat and its own juices. Anyone that tries that. So it's going to end up with quite a bit of liquid in it, even though you don't put any in. There'll still be probably half full of juices.
Dude, Native's already finished, and I ain't even hardly got started.
I know. Me too.
I have to go pick up my son a little bit anyway. That's why I didn't pressure can tonight too.
I figured you water bath can when everybody else was pressure canning just so you can make sure you could beat Virginia.
Yeah, slick, man,
Right.
slick.
You gotta watch them instants, man. Them instants will get you every time.
Sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. We smart. Plus, I got to put some finishing touches on the scenario for Virginia.
There you go. We got to think of something for you. You know what I mean? Man, we could make this a conspiracy.
Oh, no. Y'all should be.
Yeah, we might. You watch out. Hold on.
Yeah,
I'll be
you
right
and
back.
Gallo could get me good.
Okay, so I'm going to roll out these peanut butter cookies, but I'm going to be muted because this jiggler is very, very loud.
Okay. He might have them going at the same time. That would be great.
Oh, making the cookies.
I know she's actually just hand rolling cookies right now. Hand rolling cookies. I feel a little inadequate. So, I wonder how long they're going to go tonight. I wonder how long they're going to last with that moonshine, because that's what I'm going to be watching in the morning when I'm on the porch drinking coffee. I'm totally going to be watching the replay of that, and I'm wondering if I have to sit on the porch for like 2-3 hours. But they have moonshine, so I mean, really, how long are they going to last?
All right.
There,
I bet
watch
they
the
go
whole thing.
all night.
I'll drink coffee and watch the whole thing tomorrow.
Hey,
Funny.
Sherry.
Yeah, I saw Mojo earlier with that coat, man. I like that coat. It's a nice coat.
Until they pass out, right? That's what I'm saying, P2. I wonder how long they're gonna
Wait,
make it.
Mojo Man's there? Mojo
Yeah.
Man's there too?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that one.
Oh,
God.
Mojo, Doc Mac.
Yeah, they're having a good time.
Right, Stuart? I just don't drink.
I'll put $5 on it that Mojo and Backwoods end up wrestling. We call it wrestling because we don't want to promote violence.
Right.
Right.
Hopefully they got their clothes on. Hopefully they still have their clothes on when this happens, but I can see them wrestling.
I know. In about 2 minutes, I'm gonna turn it and start the timer.
Hey Rip, we love you too, brother.
Buddy.
Oh, Rip. Rip fought the serial killer last week.
Oh man, Mojo's pouring the moonshine on the fire to make it blaze up, and it's pissing Backwoods off. Yeah, they gonna be wrestling. I'm gonna win some money from somebody.
There you are.
So the jelly is ready. I'm gonna go ahead and pour in the.
Oh, done.
Hello, Hoot. P2, Milkmaid,
Yeah, Evelyn.
Sherry. Hi, everybody. Have a good night, Avalanche. Hello, Willie. Good to see you. You know what, you guys? Willie tried my recipe with carrot, potato, and onion, and he named it Ruth's Mix or something like that. And he canned it, and he said it came out awesome.
Nice.
I see you, Yankee. But yeah, Willie,
Slap a label on.
he'll watch and he'll go try stuff, and he did.
Nice.
What's the one you did with Virginia? The one with was it carrots, green beans, and corn? Oh, not
Yeah.
carrots, potatoes, green beans, and corn.
Yeah,
How did that turn out? I really want to try that.
I have not cracked it open yet, but the reason I made it is a good friend of mine. Her great aunt would make that all the time, and it was so delicious. But yeah, I recommend that. Oh, it had green beans.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I'll have to make that because
Yeah, you should. It's so good.
the potatoes and corn, like when you're having a crab boil, crawfish boil, shrimp boil, whatever, the potatoes and corn,
Oh yeah.
you know, with the Cajun seasoning, I thought, and I love green beans, and I thought, man, you can crack that open and put a little Cajun seasoning on there, and
Yep.
I'm gonna try it. So let me know when you crack one open. I mean, well, you know, you already know because you ate somebody else's, but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have to do that. I'm sort of focusing on meat right now, protein-based stuff, but I totally want to do that.
I will. That's one thing I'm really excited to open up because I've never tried it myself.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to see that. Woo!
So, Ghost, you just put in 6 cups of sugar and now you're cooking it down?
It was 6 cups of juice. I did 6.5 cups of juice, 7 cups of sugar. And I'm just putting it down. But I'm pretty sure you could adjust it, you know, more and less sugar, however you want to do it.
Fruit.
Round 1.
Nice.
Yum. No, I want cookies. Hey, Zane.
Here. Hello,
Yeah.
Zaw.
Hey, Za. Good to see you, sis.
What? You missed the whole day and slept 18 hours. Nice.
Wish I could sleep that long.
Me too.
About 4 or 5 hours max for me.
I'm just waiting on the jelly to come to a boil.
Mm.
Trying to catch my daughter. She won't be on camera. Got her.
Okay, so now the juice is going to turn into jelly. Doesn't take too long. I'm just stirring or just waiting on it now to get to a boil. And got the jars in the oven at 250, getting good and sterilized. So I'm gonna be pouring hot jelly in the hot jars. The lids are on the stove simmering, and they'll seal pretty quick once I put them in the canner.
I really hate my canner.
What?
I said I really hate my canner.
Hate your canner?
I hate it.
Hate it.
Because this happened the first time that I did this. It's like it's not really getting sealed. So it won't build pressure. Not really. I mean, I did it and it worked. I had to take it off and reseal it. The first time, that's why it took me so long. I'm gonna have to get an All-American because
I love mine.
it's like because it has that gasket and it leaks and that's how and it's not building pressure. So it takes forever and the seal has to be just right. And it probably has a lot to do with the fact that I'm not supposed to be using it on a glass top show. But I'll make it work. I'll make it work. But I'm gonna get another one, a better one. I'll make it work though. At least I'm not afraid of it anymore.
Yeah, that's good.
I was terrified that first time. I was like, oh God. I'm not afraid of it.
Monty says they're still waiting on the Instant Pot to depressure. Yeah, it takes a while.
I'm waiting with bated breath. I want to see it.
What does that actually mean? Waiting with bated breath. What are you baiting your breath with? Who made that statement up? Like, where did somebody actually come up with that? Think about it. Waiting with bated breath.
So some high class person like way back in the day was waiting with bated breath. Doesn't that just mean holding your breath?
How's it baited? I'm
Roots,
thinking
Roots, what does it mean?
Milkmaid.
probably knows.
She probably does know, or Milkmaid will know. I'm trying, girl. I'm trying. I'm
Batted breath, not baited. Okay.
baby.
So you're waiting right after you got hit in the mouth with a baseball bat. What are we talking about here?
Come on now. Abbreviation of bait. Nice. Come in. Come in. Cookies! Oh, I want cookies. Great. Now I want cookies.
You have to fight this little girl over here if you want some cookies.
You and Virginia both with the cookies, man. I'm not bored. I'm not bored. Teresa, I am not bored. I'm fighting with my canner. I need a better canner because clearly I bought the wrong one for my cooktop. Teresa said I look bored. Do I look bored, y'all?
No, you look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I'm not bored. I'm over here mad at my canner. Oh, it's finally. See, I had to do that the first time. When I turned it to 2, which is the 10 pounds of pressure, it was never building pressure that first time. Remember, I remember, I don't know who it was because I didn't have where I could see the chat, but the first time somebody said, "Is Nikki okay?" I heard somebody say, "Check on Nikki. Is she okay?" Because I was over there going, "It's been going and it's not building pressure." Well, the stupid gasket, I don't have the awesome one y'all have. If it's not on there just right, it won't seal and build pressure. So I have to take it off and start again and do it again. Well, like Monique had to do that too, right?
Yeah, she did.
When I was at the cook-off, she had to do that too. It's like a pain in the ass, really. But now that I took it off and re-put it, it's starting to put pressure. It's just, I want one like yours. With, you know, I'm afraid of yours, but I want one like that.
Right?
Right?
Well, I know you had to get that adapter for your thing, but is it not working well?
No, it works. It works. It just takes a lot longer, but it has that gasket in there, which y'all just metal to metal. Mine has the gasket, and if I guess it's not on there just right,
Yeah.
then it won't seal and hold pressure. So sometimes it takes a couple times to get it. I don't know. It works, I guess. Eventually.
I think that's the most common question is about glass tops. And or one of the most common questions is glass tops. And so it's
Yeah.
good to know they have that little adapter thing. I didn't know they even had that.
I want an All-American now. That's my next purchase.
If you want one for next year, I would look at the website now. I looked around March and they were all sold out till September. Yeah.
Great. Need one.
Pilot, what my shirt says is not to show the shirt.
Hey, man.
That's so easy. And that's kind of the same thing.
All right, I got a jar of some jelly.
Nice. Oh, look at that. More cookies. I'm going to have to, man. Rarely do I have a sweet tooth, but y'all are killing me tonight with the cookies. Oh, look at that. That's so perfect. You're even doing the little crisscross fork thing on the top of the peanut butter cookies. I love peanut butter cookies.
That's the fastest way, man.
I'm watching. I'm like, oh.
If I had Hershey Kisses, I might have put a couple of Hershey Kisses on some of them.
Oh,
You know?
oh, good.
We'll take some of those with you. Guys, I gotta go. My son's he went to a haunted house with his friends.
Oh.
Yeah. I appreciate you guys. I'll be watching so I can make my jelly man. Roots, I'll see you Monday.
Yep. See you Monday. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome. Hey, Nikki.
Stop.
Oh, yeah. I'll see you later. I'm looking forward to your pork and plabana.
Oh.
I'll see y'all. Y'all have a good night.
See ya.
Good night.
Oh. Man.
Okay. Got one more batch of cookies in the oven. It's only 4 cookies though, because that was all the dough I had. And then I'll get out of the kitchen. I can talk more. Hard to hear and talk in here. Is anyone doing anything for Halloween tomorrow?
My daughter and son-in-law are bringing the boys over, and they're just gonna go around and trick or treat. So we're gonna have a little mini Halloween party here at the house, and then they're gonna take the kids trick or treating. But that's it for us.
Okay, hold on a sec. Best Life? Yes. So you let it steam for 10 minutes first, right? And then after it steams, you put on the jiggler. Do you have one with a weighted, do you have one with a pressure gauge, or is it one of the pop-ups that's like, if you can let us know? Because if it's a pop-up, it has its own sort of indicator, but when you're doing the
Mine.
pressure gauge, you let it steam for 10 minutes and then put on the jiggler. It doesn't have like an indicator. I'll be right back.
Will you get into the chat? I missed it. Finally coming up to pressure. Finally coming up to pressure. Finally coming up to pressure. Now, see, so much.
Oh, press the arrow.
Watch it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a little. Yeah.
So that's like you did the 10 minutes and it's a way to gauge. Yeah.
Finally, okay, that was over there. This is over there.
So that's like do you have a pressure indicator on that lets you know if it got up to 10 pounds yet, or 15 on your elevation?
Take it off and restart it like it's a fresh time. Yeah, no, I was like, yeah.
Okay. Man, I wish I knew which canner you had, or if you let us know, Best Life, and maybe someone in the chat or on the panel can double check that. But yes, you start your timer when the jiggling starts.
Yeah, see, I don't have a jiggler. I have this crazy. Ugh.
And honestly, I'm supposed to do 10 psi, but a lot of times I run 12 because it won't hurt. And then if you lose a little bit of heat and the pressure dips down, you won't have to restart the whole process, if that makes sense. So, because if it goes under 10 psi, you would technically have to restart all of it. as far as the timing and building the pressure back up. Okay, cool. So he'll have Best Life will have 25 minutes pretty soon. My stew is halfway. I have 45 minutes before I can turn off the heat. Best Life, if you don't want to pop up here, just send me a picture of your canner and I can just take a look at it and make sure we're leading you correctly. Or you can always pop up. That would be cool too. No
Yes,
pressure.
it would. Yes, it would.
Okay, I'm going to switch rooms. I will be right back. I'm going to mute for a sec.
Beets. Your dog's eating beets. I know ghost dog, buddy, eat carrots. Bella, my Bella, she won't touch a vegetable. She's like, no. Sophie eats vegetables, but Bella will not touch a vegetable. I have G2. I have a T-fowl, the same as Monique. Last weekend I was out of town at a cook-off, and Monique was on canning for the first time with the T-fowl. That's the kind I have, and apparently I'm not supposed to really use that on a flat top, but I modified it to work, so I'm just going with it. But it finally built pressure. It takes a while, the way that I have to do it, but we're getting there. I have about an hour and a half to go.
Oh, good. So you finally got up to your pressure point?
Yeah, finally. Yeah. I set the timer over on the. Finally.
Guys, I'm going to use some spare rings.
No, Monique, it is not an induction. It's just a regular cooktop, which when I bought the canner and read it, it said do not use on a flat top, and I thought, oh hell. So I put this little screen, this little grate underneath, and just rolled with it the first time, and it worked. So I've been doing that ever since. My husband was like, if it breaks, it breaks. I'll buy you a new one. And I was like, okay, let's try it out. So it's working. It just takes a really long time for it to get up to temp with that.
Where did you find that grate that you put under the?
Oh, that's just one of my. I just inverted. I flipped up. That's just one of the little like great things that you use when you're draining, your fried stuff or whatever. I just flipped it upside down. I'm telling you, my husband was like, we're going to redneck engineer this thing. And I was like, whatever. We're going to try it, whatever. I mean, and that's what he was like. I was afraid the first time. And he said, don't be afraid. Just do it. And the breaks, we'll just buy a new one. I'm like, okay, whatever. And it just takes so much longer. I don't know if you can see that. It's probably really hard. Hang on. It's hard to see, but it's just one of those little, kind of like I don't know, what are they called? I don't know. The only thing I use it for is if I like fry something and I put it to drain or whatever, that's a grill well, not really grill, because on the grill, we're just grilling, but anyway, what are they called? I don't know. It's been a long day, y'all.
So that's interesting. So it gets that hot enough to heat up the canner itself.
Yes, but it takes longer.
Huh.
clearly. But I was worried because I didn't want to bust the glass top because a T-foul, unlike, ow, that's really hot. Unlike y'all's canners, it is not a flat bottom. It has, a slight concave in the bottom. And when I started reading, it was like, do not use on a flat top. And I was like, hey, we can't do this. And he's like, oh, yeah, we can. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's interesting that you mentioned the like a curved bottom. I have not seen those before. That's interesting.
Well, this is another one. Yeah. It works though. I mean, no, yeah. But no, it's not an induction. It's just a plain glass cooktop. And as long as, yeah, I don't have the jiggler. I'm jealous of the jiggler.
It is pretty satisfying.
Yeah, I don't have that. I just have this gauge, and as long as it stays within the 10 psi, within the green, within the frame of the 10 psi, apparently according to the book, I'm all good. So I don't know. I'm gonna get an All-American eventually.
Right.
Speaking of jiggler, that duck is so big. Disco, aka Jiggler. Oh my god, that duck is so big. So big.
Nice. I made enough jelly for exactly 6 pints.
Nice.
So, and you put it in your canner, but you're going to be water bathing it?
I put it in the stock pot.
Oh, okay.
I water bath can in that right there, the stock pot. I have a bigger one up top, and I grabbed the smaller one thinking there would be room for 6, but it only fit 5 pints in there.
Mhm.
So the 6th pint is just going straight in the refrigerator because we were out anyway.
What did you put in the bottom of the pot?
Rings, extra rings, because I don't have a rack small enough to fit down there. So I just take rings from the jars, and I just put a layer of rings in the bottom and sit the jars on top of them.
Interesting. Okay,
Works
you said you put the
fine.
rings upside down, right?
No.
Okay. Wow, I've seen people mention that, but I've never tried it.
Just sit them face up,
Yeah.
and then I'll put them close together, and then I'll sit the jar where it's half on 2 different rings, so that way it doesn't tip over, but it doesn't sit on the bottom where it's going to rock and make it break.
Huh.
I've seen people use dish towels, washcloths, things like that, but I just use rings.
You boys ain't right. I see you bugging Stuart.
What are they doing now?
They're talking about my jiggler. G2 isn't helping.
Right? Za asked, I actually bought an electric 2-burner thing, and we tried that first because we were freaking out over not being able to put this on there. And the new ones that you buy, the electric hot plate thing, the burner, it wouldn't get hot enough to heat this because I tried that first. And then, yes, Stuart, it's a cooling grate or baking or whatever that's called. But I tried that, Zoff, and it wouldn't get hot enough. It kept shutting off. Apparently, the new ones, when you buy them, they only go to a certain temperature and they shut off, and it was not near enough power to get this thing hot.
So it had like a safety on it that
yeah,
shut it off.
yeah.
Okay.
So I told them you redneck engineered it. So yeah, we have this little wire rack thing that we just flipped over and was like, we're gonna roll with it, whatever. My redneck husband, yeah, it's you. I don't know. I guess I'm what's it called? The canning where you're not supposed to can. What's that called? No, that's you. Oh, you're funny. You're silly. Maybe next time just put it straight on my glass top. Mine works well. Really? Monique, really?
It's a good idea, Zach.
Worried about the the concave on the bottom, but Monique said just put it straight on the glass top. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it next time. You know what? He said he would buy me a new one if I broke it, so whatever. I'll try it. Yeah, I'll try it. Thank you, Monique. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Oh, how are we looking on time? I got about a half hour left on the beans.
I have. Oh God. I just started barely. I have an hour and 18 minutes.
Wow, you suck.
Yeah, it does. Go put on.
How long
Yeah.
does the jelly take?
It's okay.
How long? What?
Does the jelly take?
Once it comes to a boil, 10 minutes.
Wow, it seems easier, but when I water bathed a couple of years ago, I felt like it took a lot more effort.
Yes. It's all
Oh,
the
no.
preparation for water bath candy. It's almost like it's harder. Not harder, but
Mm-hmm.
you know.
I mean, I'd
takes a-
rather pressure can, but
Yeah.
I break it when he's not looking. Get a new one. Right, Stuart? Right. He told me to go for it, so yeah, right?
I want to be on bottom.
There you go. That's funny, Stuart. Break it when he's not looking. That's
Right.
messed up, Stuart.
I'm in. I'm a Stuart. I'm gonna try it next time. Yep. This is like a marathon.
Says water bath canning is like Thanksgiving dinner, hours to prep and done in 10 minutes after it hits the table.
Right.
That's so true.
Yes.
Yes, Stuart. Yes, Stuart, you forgot her other half's in here in the chat with you. You just ratted her out, didn't even mean to. That was good. Dang lurkers.
Yeah.
So when Thanksgiving rolls by, we'll have some of us might try and can leftovers or whatever, but we extensively spoke about not canning things with thickeners in it.
Yeah.
So if you can't can any kind of gravy or whatever, then do you just do turkey in chicken broth, or how do you modify? Because Thanksgiving has a lot of
Yeah,
sauces.
I just do the turkey. I mean, like usually what I do is I don't really bother trying to can the leftovers because I just eat on them for 4 or 5 days till they're gone.
Yeah.
I just go to the store. I just go to the store a couple days after Thanksgiving and I'll grab a turkey that's on sale. I'll do it again at Christmas. I'll grab a turkey and a ham and I'll bring them home and I'll can the whole damn thing.
Actually, that's brilliant. Right after the holidays, everything goes on clearance. You can find the turkeys half off and all of that. That's smart.
You get them for like $1 or about 75 cents to $1 a pound cheaper. I just bring them home. I cut all the meat off the bone of the ham. I can it, and then I save the ham in the freezer, and then I use it to make ham bone soup and ham broth. And then the same thing with the turkey. I do the turkey just like chicken. I'll do all the bones and skin and everything and make turkey broth. And then you can either dry can the meat or you can do it with like a broth or something. But I do it with the broth because turkey will get dry.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
Sherry. Love Sherry. She's always
Sherry
here.
is amazing.
I know, right? She's always here.
Sherry is always here, always viewing, always positive.
I know. I see Sherry all over the place too.
Mhm.
When I'm working in some of the other pages, I see Sherry everywhere. I
Oh yeah,
know.
she's all over the place.
I think a lot of us are, you know, we run in the same circle, clearly. Because I see
Yeah.
her everywhere. Yeah.
A lot of overlap.
Yes.
It's kind of like we become each other's TV show or game show or talk show. Or, I mean, I would guess most of us in here do not watch TV anymore. So,
It's kind of like Google and YouTube's own special padded room. You know, in those hospitals for the crazy people. They put them all like in one room in their bedroom slippers, and they're like, "Hey, life is great. Have some pudding." And that's where we're at.
can
Yeah.
rock back and forth, suck our thumbs.
Yeah. The only thing I ever have on my TV is YouTube or like a gardening show or something on, I don't know, something like that. That's it. The
Gardening is,
last time I
yes.
turned on MSDNC or whatever, I was like, nope, 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 can't do it, can't do it. I
You can
just,
get it.
I used to watch all of them all the time. Like 2 years ago, I would get up in the morning, drink coffee, and I would scroll through and I've kept up with everything. And
Mhm.
about a year ago, I decided, no, I can't do it anymore. It was making me crazy. Like I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, no, I got to go start a garden. Like I got to get out of this house and go out there and start a garden, start raising rabbits, start doing something else because that was making me absolutely nuts. No,
Yeah. Watching
no.
the news all the time, or
Right,
even Good Morning America and all the stuff, they start your day out with adrenaline, that it
right.
isn't
That's what I
healthy.
was doing. Every morning I would get up, get the coffee, and I would like we watch it. No, can't do it anymore. There's one with the canning creams right there with Ruth Nikki and my northern sis Monique. Yay, Stuart. Okay, well, Sherry
Stuart,
needs to come can with us.
Stuart, did you just assume my pronouns and I can't be a queen?
Ooh. You said the other day you were a trans prepper.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm a trans.
Informational.
Ghost could
Wasn't Monty canning something?
Yeah, it's supposed to come back on when it's done.
Yeah. Give us an update, Monty.
right. Monty hasn't watched TV either. Ghost could be the ultimate queen.
Yeah.
Maybe. If he shaved that beard, if he shaved the beard and everybody can see the dimples, maybe he could be the ultimate queen.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, Monty.
And ABBA song. Oh, Yankee Watchdog. ABBA.
Hey, what's up, guys? All right, we're still waiting for this stupid thing to tell us where the hell to go. There it is. I can't do this. We're still waiting on this stupid thing to tell us that we can pop the lid on it. This is the first time we've canned with it, and I don't understand these things anyways. So I leave that to the missus.
Yeah, I would too.
I'm clueless at this point, guys.
She said she's clueless at this point.
Oh.
So, I don't know what to do.
I think
We're
you
at
still
the
have
mercy
an
of
hour to go.
technology.
The instructions didn't tell you how long it was supposed to take.
And I can't hear any. Well, maybe if I put one. Guys, I can't hear anybody else, so I'm going to try another technological thing that I don't know how to work good.
Ross says it can take over an hour.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you have an hour to go.
Yeah.
Patience, my friend. Patience.
My, no. Okay, I really have no idea what to do.
There you go. Sure. It's done when it's done. Technically, if you set a time on that, I guess I don't know how that one works, but Sherry's right. If you set a time, it's done when it's done.
Sherry said it takes. Oh, did it really go to off?
Right. It'll depressurize itself if you set a time, and then you could really just leave it alone and take it in the morning.
Monique. Dove, I'm doing quartz.
Well, I'm trying to get to where I can hear people. It's not Mike. Cam Mike? Oh.
We can hear you too. Whoa. Yeah, that obviously wasn't the right button.
Well, I hope they figured out it. Okay. So they're waiting for it to come down? I wasn't clear what was going on.
Yeah.
I don't think
they're waiting for it to come down.
Are they really?
Yeah, he's waiting for it. He was pressurized and he was rocking when we first went live.
Oh. I thought they still had like an hour to go.
He was supposed to be coming down off pressure. He put a comment in here about 45 minutes, maybe an hour ago, that he was waiting for it to depressurize.
Right.
Yeah, Debbie, it looked like, was that an hour or was that a minute?
I thought it was an hour too. See, I'm with Debbie. I was like, ooh. Thought you had, well, I don't know. I have no idea about that one.
Just tell your husband hop in a truck right over there and knock the damn thing off and let it depressurize real quick like he usually does for you.
Yeah, that'll work.
Let's do it. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so it said an hour. Interesting. Do you guys know what kind of canner he was using? I like to hear about all the different.
It's the Instapot Max or whatever.
Oh, that's right. Okay, gotcha.
Now, it was saying an hour, but it wasn't counting down. Is that saying, hey, you got to wait an hour and we're not going to tell you how much time you got left? Or why would it not be counting backwards?
Maybe they accidentally didn't hit start on the timer. Hey, Monty.
Okay, now I can hear everybody.
Josh says those things can take anywhere from an hour to an hour and 20 minutes to come down from pressure.
Holy cow.
Hey, Zane said it can take an hour to an hour and 20 minutes to come down to pressure.
And that's not a big deal. Milkmaids takes a day and a half.
Yep.
We can't on Saturday. She doesn't pull her shit out till Tuesday afternoon.
They said milkmaids might not come down to pressure until Tuesday, so.
All right, so Monty, is the timer counting backwards? The timer is.
Well, it was counting backwards until Sarah went and hit the cancel button. But it was an hour into it when she did it.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, well, it went through the entire canning process. And then it went to the keep warm setting.
And it had been there for an hour.
It'd been there for an hour.
I'd give it another 30 minutes and then I'd slowly release the pressure and see what happens.
Joe said he'd give it another 30. Here, if you put this in your ear, you can hear what they're saying. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Joe said give it another 30 minutes and then.
I'd give it, I mean, if you're not in a rush, I would just say 11 o'clock. Say 11 o'clock, slowly release the pressure.
Very touch sensitive.
I bought that for her because she wanted it, and I don't question things other than that.
That's a good husband.
I've got a Presto canner back here behind me that does everything I want it to do, and I don't. Yeah, the newfangled stuff, I don't mess with that.
Yeah, Kim, I looked those up. The one that I have, I paid like barely $200. I want to say it's like $225, and now that thing's going for like $375, almost $400.
Yeah, Kim's farm life, 400 to 500. I don't care. I'm eventually gonna get one of those because I hate this one. I don't hate it, but I want one like that one.
Well, since
I
you
think the
don't
last
have,
time we looked on Amazon, I was going to get one of the All American canners, and I think it's up to $349.99.
at least.
Yep. At least.
Now, Nikki, if you're going to get an All-American, what you need to do, since you're set up with your stove, you don't have a hood, a real low hood, you need to get the one that Dusty Data got, the real big one. And you can put 2 layers of quartz in there. Like you can do 18 quartz at one time. You can do 9 on the bottom and 9 on the top. Quartz.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's the one I want, but it won't fit on my stove because of my microwave.
Hi,
Oh,
Tiger.
I was gonna say. Oh,
It's way taller. It's about 6 inches taller than the one I have.
I'm looking at her, and she's looking at me like, we're not spending that money right now.
not right now. I said eventually I'm gonna get one. Ooh.
Well, you've got the one you're working with, Monty, and then you said you have a Presto behind you or something. So I would stick with what you've got.
Yeah, we've got the big Presto. What is it, Presto?
Oh.
We can put
Oh,
12 quarts in it? No.
I was
I don't know how
afraid.
many quarts, we can put 18 pints in it.
We can put 18 pints in it.
And 7 quarts. Same size as mine. I can do 16 pints in mine.
Wow.
Yeah, we got lucky. We went over to our town there's like 2,000 people here in the town. No, not even 2,000 anymore.
Down to 1,500.
Yeah, we're down to 1,500. We went to another town about 45 minutes away, and we were able to pick up 2 flats of quartz and then 2 flats of the wide mouth pints. We got real lucky because here you can't hardly get anything.
Yeah, G2, after the pandemic hit and the lockdown happened, everybody was starting to put up food and canning, and the shelves got stripped. So, yeah, I mean, supply and demand, they're making money. Last year was it April, May, June, and July, when people were fixing to start canning their harvest for the year, the price of a case of wide mouth mason jars went from $13 to $100.
There it goes.
There were people literally on eBay selling cases of mason jars for $150. It was crazy. And yeah, Dave, they are heavy. Like mine, I have an All-American 921. It's got some weight to it, but it's solid. I don't mind it being a little bit heavy because it ain't going nowhere.
Temperature's still coming down.
It's still coming down?
I'm eventually going to get another one. I don't know if it'll be a Presto or if I'll get another All-American or what. What I may do is try to I want the big one like Dusty has. So what I'm thinking about doing is wiring my basement and getting a stove and putting it in my basement and do my canning down there.
Yeah.
And then I can get the big one like Dusty has. What I'm thinking about doing is, maybe selling my small one that I have and just getting the big one, or just having the big one and the small one. You kidding me? I could do some canning with. Oh my goodness, I could do some canning with 2 canners.
Right. As everyone knows, my canner is older than the Flintstones. I would say there's risks to buying a used All-American or any used item. But I replaced the pressure gauge, the jiggler, the petcock. I replaced all of the valves on the top. And so I recommend maybe look at estate sales, or I've heard people are finding them at garage sales because people don't know what they are, or the family that comes in to sell their other family members' stuff. Sometimes they don't realize that those things are going for $500 right now. So keep an eye out on some of those.
If you've never canned before, then it has absolutely no value to you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you get lucky and somebody inherited it from, a dead relative or something, and they never canned before, it has absolutely no value to them other than, sentimental.
Exactly. And people are either going to do it or not,
Well, we've got a lot of people in our area that don't really understand what they are, and they use them for making tamales. So,
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get another stove and put it in my basement and try to get a big one. Because I'd like to can. I'm definitely going to get another canner. I want to run two at the same time, unless I get a big one like Dusty has. I mean, 'cause then you're talking, he can do 18 quarts at once. That's 3 loads of quarts for me because I mean, because it holds 8 on the bottom. You can do 16 quarts at once, 8 on the bottom and 8 on the top. I can only do 7 quarts at a time in mine. So, I mean, you're talking not only is it costs a couple $100 more for that big one, but look at the energy you're saving because instead of me having to run through 3 cycles on the stove using electricity, I can do it in one, in a third of the time.
That's a
What's
good
up,
point.
101? What's up,
Hey,
101?
101.
Yeah, GQ, I agree. It's good to have two, one for backup. But yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do. Because you figure, do the math. I mean, if I wanted to do, we can do 16 quarts at a time.
if not,
I can only do 7 quarts at a time, and the amount of time it takes to do a cycle is same amount of time. So it's going to take me 3, 6, minimum 9 to 10 hours to do the same amount of stuff that he can do in 3.
well, if it's not up to pressure, does that mean that we can?
Yes.
Okay, well, apparently it's not up to pressure anymore.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. It comes down. All the way down.
So Best Life put his jiggler on about 13 minutes ago. So he's about halfway
Oh, that honey is so.
through his process. As long as it's jiggling every couple of minutes, Best Life, you're good to go. And that timer goes off. You can just turn it off and let it come down. Don't take the jiggler off. Just turn off the heat. Don't touch anything for a good 20 minutes. Make sure the pressure is all the way to 0. I've got 10 minutes
Well,
before I
that's not bad
turn
at all.
mine off. So we'll possibly see it.
Okay, how do I turn this?
There's a
Camera, maybe?
camera mic setting on the bottom, Monty, and I think
Okay.
I believe
What's
there's an
not
option
what I
in there
meant.
to flip.
Facing front,
Yep,
facing back.
yep.
Oh,
There you
Ooh,
all right.
nice.
Now you're in
That's
my way.
what that's what
So the screen
Sheila was
blanked out
using.
completely,
Yo. Telling you, I messed something up.
and I guess we're gonna. Oh God, this could be.
Open it away from your face.
I'm not
And-
even opening it.
That looks good. Nothing's exploded. So far, so good.
Yeah.
That looks nice.
wait a minute.
There's a reason I don't do this, and the boss lady does.
I am not the boss lady. You know this.
Oh, I gotta move, don't I? You gonna put them?
I've got them putting them over here.
Okay.
Just
Stay out of the way.
Okay.
Now, do we want help?
No.
No. Okay.
I want you to hush and stay out of my way.
Well, if something blows up, I want to get it on video.
Oh, well, I appreciate
Ooh.
that.
Nice.
Now, can I
Ooh.
get this on the...
Oh yeah, go
holder?
ahead. I'm sorry. I'll
Thank
go
you.
and do. Yeah, my bad.
Because I don't have the best grip on that jar.
It's actually
Cool.
holy moly.
It's bubbling away.
Yeah, and I prefer dark meat, so I asked her to do boneless chicken thighs, and oh man, that thing is still bubbling big time.
Yep.
That's a good sign, right?
Okay. Back away
That's
from the
good.
chicken.
Yep. Looking
I
good.
like that. Back away from the chicken.
That is beautiful. Good
All
job,
right, so
guys.
I've been kicked out of my
That's good.
kitchen now.
That's good.
She's like, go on, you do.
She's like, now get out of my kitchen.
No. I said back
Classic.
away from the chicken.
All right, well, other than the fact that it takes, I don't know, like 20 years to can 4 pints of chicken, seems like it worked pretty good.
Yep.
Oh, so we got jelly now too.
The regular canner for less payoff.
Yeah, but you can run that at the same time as everything else. And
Yeah. But you
And-
set it and forget it.
And Monty, that is an electric. That's the electric Instapot Max, right?
yeah, that's the Instapot Max.
Okay. That jelly looks good, Ghost. So it's gonna settle as it cools down. It's gonna gel up.
Oh yeah. It
Wow.
gels up real quick. Real quick. As it cools off, it'll be just like the jelly from the store. You can't tell the difference. Like literally, it's the same.
You know
And
what's really funny? You made jelly and I made peanut butter cookies. I do feel like we're missing someone.
I know, right? Look at Bug. Ghost is the jelly to Zach's peanut butter.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna stick.
We make a lot of homemade bread here. We just haven't done that today.
Monty, someone in the chat is asking, could you remind us what you made?
It was boneless, skinless chicken thighs.
Okay,
Well,
gotcha.
Eddie James, you got a sub giving away a 921. That's nuts. That's what I have.
What? That's amazing.
So all you people out here wanting to get into canning, if you don't have a canner, y'all need to sub to Eddie and get into the song.
Did you add any liquid, Monty? Or did you
Ma'am?
guys just, you did add liquid? Or did you add any liquid or was that raw?
No,
packed?
that was raw packed.
Ooh, man, that's a lot of juices.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's why I like the dark meat better.
And out of this 97 ounce 3-quart jar, I made right at 12 pints out of this. 12 pints of jelly. And a jar of jelly in the store, a pint jar of jelly in the store, if you can find a pint, but a pint jar of jelly in the store is what, like $3?
Yeah.
How many pounds of chicken would you say it was?
I got $40 of jelly, and I probably got $9 worth of stuff in it.
Probably right after nearly a pound.
No, I meant the packages.
About 4 because we cooked.
I got like
Yeah,
40
Virginia was.
Huh?
It was like 4 1/4 pounds of chicken.
Okay. And that's about right. You get about a pound in each pint.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
So I've got like $50 worth of jelly, and I've got maybe $8 to $12 into it, not counting the price of the jars because I reuse them. So that's a good deal.
Hey, Ghost, when you do your jelly, do you put the old wax on top of them?
No, I water bath them. If I was going to wax
water
them, you don't
bath?
need
Okay.
water bath. Yeah, I water bath them. And they've already sealed. I just pulled them out and they've already sealed. I was taking mine out right before you pulled yours out. And they've all 6 have already, or excuse me, 5 have already sealed. The 6th one's going into their. Oh, Appalachia's Homestead is giving it away.
Yeah, she is.
Actually, Eddie, excuse me, Sherry, you can go either way. The no sugar added means that you can use the, what's the one? The the pectin, because you have two different kinds of pectin you can use. But you can do the no sugar added. I just use the regular juice, and it turns out tasting exactly the same. To me, it tastes better than the Welch's grape jelly in the store. But I've done it with the no sugar added, and I've done it with the regular juice, and I can't tell a difference. Literally, I can't tell a difference.
Oh, and then to everybody that I was talking to in the chat about the moonshining. Stuart, y'all are welcome to come by anytime you want to.
Number 101 cracks me up, y'all. He's killing me. Between G2 and Purple. I'll be back. He's like the class clown.
That's a lot of ex-mothers-in-law. Maybe that's why he always has so many mother-in-law stories.
Right?
I don't think he's ever at a loss for mother-in-law jokes.
Right?
I love my mother-in-law. She's spectacular.
It's because y'all are just alike. That's why I love you both.
No. It's because she's my arch nemesis. Virginia is probably drawing up schematics for a nuclear power plant right now.
I just turned off my heat, so I'll be able to open up in like half an hour. And I'm curious about Best Life. He should be just about timed out.
Come on, Best Life. Yeah, I just turned off my heat too, Virginia. So we should be around about the same time. Depends on how much faster yours depressurizes.
You know, it's weird because mine does come down faster than yours. It gets hotter faster, it comes down faster, but it's smaller. I can only hold 6 quarts or 7 pints.
Yeah, it's like if mine works better if it's completely full of pint jars, not quarts, because I can only do 7 quarts, but I can do 16 pints, 2 layers. So if I do 16 pints, mine heats up super fast, and it actually comes down from pressure faster. But right now in my canner, it's only using about a little over half, maybe 2/3 of the space. So there's a lot of, vacuum space. So it makes it take longer.
5 more minutes, he said. Okay, Best Life.
Best Life, links at the top of the chat. Come on up here and show us. Don't be scared.
Holy moly, all the women have disappeared. They may be plotting the end of the world.
It's the story of my life.
We fell off the edge of the flat earth, that's all.
Oh, I need some protein.
101, have you done any more canning other than bacon and burgers? That's actually kind of funny. All he's done that I know of is hamburgers and bacon. We know his priorities, right?
That's a good base, you know what I mean? Do some potatoes and you're there. That's a good base.
Monty, have you had any pings yet? Have you or your wife heard the ping of the jar?
Have you heard the ping? You know, I can't hear anything. Wow.
Stop touching them.
That was hot.
Stop touching them.
I know that at least one of them has to be sealed because it just burned my finger. And I got yelled at for touching them. So
Don't touch them.
She's setting you straight, though.
oh no, she had no problem with telling me don't touch them.
Somebody's fixing to get grounded.
Yep.
Oh, well, that's an everyday occurrence. Don't do that. It's a bad idea. 15 minutes later, honey, I didn't know it was going to happen.
I hear you, 101. But you are darn ready
I
for a
love
bacon
you.
cheeseburger.
His bacon looked awesome.
Yeah. Honestly, I've probably already ended up consuming about half of what we can that day. It really is delicious. I can't recommend it highly enough. For me, I put it back in the pan and get it so that it's crispy, but it's fully cooked. I mean, it's good to go, but I just get a crisp on it and it is so good. I put it in I mean, I cook with bacon too, so I put it in all kinds of stuff, you know.
So when you can the bacon like that, do you have to reheat it to get it crispy, or does it say stay crispy the whole time?
I had to reheat it to get crispy. I've seen Alaska actually did his where the bacon was like that pre-cooked bacon, and that looked like it came out a little crispier straight out of the jar. But it is really, really good. It comes out great. You can totally eat it out of the jar. But if you want that sizzling crisp, yeah, just chuck it on a pan for just a couple of seconds to get the fat moving, and it's good to go.
Well, then I'm a crispy or a chewy bacon. It doesn't matter to me. It's bacon is bacon.
Yeah, right? Can't hardly go wrong.
Well, I'm not supposed to eat it anyways, but
Oh, I hear you. My grandfather was like that. He wasn't supposed to have anything like that, but he still did, now and again. Zane. Monty, are you in timeout? Is that your corner?
I'm actually sitting at the end of our bar top that's just on the outside of our kitchen. It's like most houses, big open concept, and yeah, I'm just sitting here until I'm told I can do something else.
All right. Good boy. Good boy. That's a good boy. If I could
I was
scratch
told I
behind
can
your
do
ear,
anything.
I would.
I was told I can do anything I want as long as I don't touch her jars. So
That's right. Never touch a woman's cans unless she gives you permission.
well, she doesn't have a problem with when you're helping her with the prep or anything else like that.
Right. But those are
Well,
the basics now.
this time I didn't get to touch anything because this was all hers.
That's awesome. Well, Mrs. Monty did a great job.
Gonna watch Monty sit in the timeout corner.
Yeah, I'm in the timeout corner.
He's banished.
Virginia said you did a great job.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Miss Virginia.
And she is welcome. I love that you guys did it and came up to show.
We canned a whole lot. I mean, last weekend she did chicken with, what was it? Mixed veggies, and then beans. A whole lot of beans. Which I'm going to ask a question, because here in Texas, at least where I live, yellow beans, is that supposed to be the same thing as butter beans? They look just like pinto beans, but they're called yellow beans.
No, that's different. That's something you people in Texas don't do beans right anyway, so I don't know.
Whoa.
I
know how to cook mine. And actually here in Texas, our chili would be more chili con carne.
Hamburger. It's hot dog spread.
There you go. And she's pointing. But I'll tell the truth. I put beans in my chili because that's what I use my black beans for.
It's okay. It's okay.
I love black beans in my chili.
Yeah.
I love hot dogs.
Chili, but you can't enter a chili cook-off. If you put beans in chili at a chili cook-off in Texas,
you can't use it.
No.
Yeah, that's like a meat mayonnaise. It's like a meat.
It's delicious though.
Yeah, it's good, but no, we went to a cook-off in Cross Plains, Texas, And the lady that does our chili, we got disqualified because she put black beans in the chili.
Yep. Yep.
You're not allowed to do it. So here it's actually chili con carne. It's not what people would call chili.
Right. It's because of the Mexican influence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, if you go into Louisiana, they use a lot of the Spanish seasonings and stuff there. But the Spanish were there first, and then you had all of the immigrants that came down from Nova Scotia, and then you had the Asians that came in that used to do the dried shrimp.
Mhm.
Yeah. All through this area, you've got a pretty rich heritage as far as the cooking and the food.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's different, whatever. It is what it is. I know Ghost is gonna give me a hard time forever for not putting.
Well, and do y'all cook hoe cakes?
Oh yeah, fried cornbread.
Freaking love hoe cakes. Oh my god.
Okay, this is awesome. Yep. Yep.
I said hoe cakes to a guy that had come through from. Was he from New Hampshire? That one guy sat there, yeah, from New Hampshire, and he's like, a hoe cake? What is that? It's like, it's like cornbread that you fry like a pancake. He's like, so it's a pancake. I'm like, it's not really a pancake.
Yeah, see, Ghost, it's a Texas thing. It's a Texas
See, and
thing.
I love hoe cakes with my chili. Oh my good lord.
Or jalapeno cheddar cornbread muffins. Either way.
Oh, and you put the cream corn inside your
Yeah. Yeah. Ghost is up there. Eat your little muffin with your beans or with your what did you call it? Chili hot dog
chili con
sauce.
carne.
Well, no. Ghost calls it hot dog sauce or whatever. I'm just saying, see? It's a Texas thing, y'all. Y'all don't understand.
And on top of that, our chili here really isn't thick like you would see with like Wolf Brand chili or something like that. For you to get a chili thick like that, you've got to take some cornstarch and you've got to mix it in some hot water and you've got to dilute it and then pour it in there and then it changes the color and it changes the flavor. It just you just don't do that.
No.
Yeah, it's just hot dog spread. It's like mayonnaise with meat in it. Hot dog spread. it's like hamburger. It's like meat soup. It's meat soup.
No.
I think the next time I make chili, I'm gonna put some potatoes in it.
In your
Proper
chili?
101. Proper 101.
Oh my
I eat
Lord.
chili without beans and cake frosting.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some potatoes in my chili next time. I'm gonna put some potatoes in it, along with the beans and the tomatoes and the meat. Yeah, why not? Yeah,
That's
oh my Lord.
Soup. That's bean soup.
No, it ain't.
See, our bean soup is navy beans, pintos,
Okay.
and then Great Northerns. I don't put black eyed peas in.
Okay.
That's a pea, not a bean.
Now, hoe cakes are good, G2. Now, you got to use bacon grease when you fry them up.
Oh, when you do refried beans, have to have bacon grease.
No, we're talking about hoe cakes. When you make your hoe cakes.
Oh yeah.
Bacon
Well,
grease.
and we keep all the bacon grease in jars.
Bacon grease. Yeah, you can use ghee, but I would say bacon grease. Definitely bacon grease.
She keeps bacon grease very handy. And then I think we've got 4 jars in the freezer.
Night, Dave. Night, Dove.
Night, y'all. Oh, I gotta Wyatt. Y'all want to meet Wyatt? Oh, come here.
Ooh, and corn. Ooh, maybe
Divorce
I'll
is
add
final.
potatoes and corn. Yeah.
He cracks me up. Oh, ooh. Sherry. I mean, I like that. We call that taco soup around here.
I'm gonna have to
We
try
don't
that.
call
Or
it
tamale soup.
Okay. Right? Or taco soup if it has corn and beans and all that stuff in it. We call it taco soup.
I'm gonna add some corn and potatoes, and I'm gonna call it chili soup. Chili stew. Chili stew. Yeah.
Mhm. I mean, I'm sure it's delicious, but
Well, and then we have Menudo here, so.
ooh.
That's a shitty rock man.
Oh.
I had some the other day. I was like, oh, yeah, I know it's going to get cold now.
Yes. Menudo is the best thing for like a Sunday morning hangover.
Exactly. And you have to have the pig's feet. If it doesn't have pig's feet, it is not Menudo.
My ex would not allow me to bring bacon into the house. True story. Well, that explains why he's an ex.
Right?
Oh. Ooh. Oh no, what is nuts. 101 is funny. Oh, he's funny.
I can even see that bottle.
Yeah, Menudo is delicious.
Oh.
So it's
Especially if you know how to, if you go somewhere and they know how to do the setup and they give you all the jalapenos, the onions, and oh yeah, the fresh cilantro, but not a lot of cilantro because cilantro will overpower it.
Mhm.
right, right. It's a Texas thing, y'all.
No, I've heard about Menudo and the hangover medicine
Yes.
theory with it, but it's
It's a very tried and true cure. It will help
I
get the poison out of your system.
well, what other meat goes in it? Because I got to agree with Yankee. I'm not a big fan of
Uh,
tripe.
Yo,
Oh,
try
it's tripe and pig's feet.
Yeah, yeah.
Tripe is-
Tripe, definitely tripe. Tripe is like the main. Yeah,
yeah. You stew it
yeah,
down so that it's not like rubber.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And if somebody cooks it right, it's delicious. It's soft and the broth is super spicy and oh, it's delicious.
Well, and the people that I know here, when they cook it, they quarter the hog's feet, and it just, oh God, all that
Right.
rubbery
All
goodness
the
and all that fat just cooks. Oh,
yeah, all the gelatin and fat and everything cooks
Yeah.
out
oh
of
yeah.
it.
If my cardiologist and my pulmonologist knew I just ate that, they would have the cops come and arrest me and throw me in a padded room.
Right. And you can see it floating on the top of the broth,
Oh yeah.
red broth, and you can see the fat bubbles floating on the top. Oh, God.
And if
Yeah.
they quarter it, you can see all the bone marrow that's sitting just there off the edge of the bone, and it's
Yep.
just kind of hanging. And you just take
Yeah.
your little fork and you grab it and you
Right.
holy moly!
Well, it's true. The marrow is where the flavor is.
Exactly. And that's
The
really
flavor and everything that'll hurt you.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
It's kind of like eating kind of like eating gumbo for the first time. You look at it, you look at everything that's floating around in there, and you're like, I'm not sure I'm going to do that. And then you put the spoon in your mouth, and you're like, oh my God, where has this been for my entire life?
Right.
well, gumbo is a whole different animal too, because there's different kinds of gumbo.
Well,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we do like when I do mine, I'll put squirrel in there if I've got some bushy tail. I don't live in Louisiana anymore, so I'm not getting any Nutri-Rat. But sausage, chicken, crab meat if I get lucky enough to find that.
Right. But what I'm saying
Right at the end when it's done, I'll throw some tilapia in there.
what I'm saying though is like I have an aunt she passed away, but she's from Louisiana, and there's different kinds of gumbo. There's okra gumbo, there's filet
Oh.
gumbo, there's different kinds of gumbo. So I grew up eating filet gumbo, which no okra. You do not put okra in filet gumbo. But yeah, she made it with the whole pieces of chicken and crab, blue crab broken in half, and chicken and shrimp, and oh God, it was delicious.
Some
Oh,
people
Well, and
don't
Mr.
try
Boudreaux and
that.
Miss Sally used to, before they would put the okra in the gumbo, they would boil it for 10, 15 minutes first to
yeah,
get rid of the sliminess,
no,
and then they would put the okra in there. So you
no,
didn't get that slimy.
I can't do okra in gumbo. I like my aunt's filet gumbo, straight filet gumbo, and whatever's in it, it doesn't matter. Chicken, shrimp, crab, combo, all of that.
It
But you
doesn't
know what
matter.
else it has to have? A scoop of potato salad in the bowl on the side, and then the gumbo. It's a thing. It's a thing.
It is. It is.
It is.
Now we went. I was down there for a year and 2 months doing blue roofs after Katrina, and holy moly, I got fat. Oh my God, I think I weighed 260 pounds when I came back to Houston.
I live just not far north of Houston. I grew up in Houston, so yeah.
Oh, I lived over in Cypress, over off of 290. I stayed over. I lived in Longwood, Aberdeen Green, and Stonegate.
I live not far from Lake Conroe. Now,
I would have loved to have lived out there.
that's where I live. Montgomery, between Conroe and Montgomery.
Yeah.
That's where I live.
Holy moly, you've got it made. It's a
Oh, I
it's a
remember Scrapple.
spectacular area.
You guys ever eat Scrapple?
That's a northern thing. I think that's kind of like, I've heard of Scrapple.
Yeah.
My ex-husband's family's from Pennsylvania, and they love Scrapple. And I never actually got to eat it because I never went up there. But isn't it this kind of like, sort of like a, what you get, like, oh shit, what's that called? I don't know. It's all the chopped up bits
Mm-hmm.
and the small bits, and they kind of pan fry it or whatever, kind of like we do. What's that called? I'm losing it. But anyway, I would totally eat it because I eat some off the wall stuff. Like, man, I've heard of Scrapple. I've watched it on cooking shows, and I would totally be all in on that. Love it. I mean,
Yeah,
I never had
it's like the odds and ends all ground up. I
Right.
mean, in a sense, it's similar to sausage or Spam, but it's just that it's ground up really, really small and makes almost like a loaf that you slice and fry up in a pan.
Okay. Kind of like corned beef hash, but
yeah, kind of.
without the potato. Yeah. Oh, you're right. Delicious. Okay, like hogshead. Okay, anybody who's in on the hogshead cheese?
Oh, I can't do heads.
Well, it's not really cheese though. Hogshead cheese. It's like a gelatin loaf thing with all the pork bits and stuff. Oh, delicious. Delicious.
Oh yeah. Head cheese is very popular. Hey, Milkmaid.
Liver pudding. That's my thing here in the Carolinas. Niece's liver pudding.
I love liver. Love it.
I never
liver and onions. Oh my God, with diced garlic over the top.
Yeah.
My mom used to make that for us every Sunday.
See, Milkmaid says Scrapple is so yummy. I've never actually had whatever Scrapple is up north. I mean, I've seen it, heard of it, but we don't really have that down here. But I would totally eat it because I'm all about eating some whatever. I'll try anything once.
I love liver pudding. You slice it about an inch thick, put it in the frying pan with some bacon grease, get a good sizzle on it, and then you make a sandwich with mayonnaise. It's done. And I'm talking Duke's, not that Miracle Whip bullshit. Mayonnaise, not Duke's.
Duke's.
That's not mayonnaise. That's salad dressing.
Right, Miracle Whip. No, there is no Miracle Whip. No,
That's
no.
salad
Dude,
dressing. That's not mayonnaise.
that's gross. My
Somebody
mother.
needs to tell, somebody needs to tell them people that are eating it like it's mayonnaise because they're doing it wrong. Because that damn sure ain't mayonnaise.
No.
I agree with that. We're at
You use
least
that for
on
making
the same
sour
page.
cream and yeah, no, that's
No.
it's kind of like Hellman's. We use Hellman's for making potato salad and for making deviled eggs. Other than that, we don't use it.
It's straight up Dukes in this household. It's nothing but Dukes comes into this
Damn
house.
right. I mean, where I live, here on the border of North and South Carolina,
Once.
you can't find anything other than Dukes in the grocery store. That's the only one they got. You might see a Hellman's every now and then, like in a Piggly Wiggly or something, but like or in a Walmart or something. But like the local normal grocery stores, the only choice you got is Dukes.
Hey,
That's
what's the other brand of the other big brand of mayonnaise?
Dukes.
Not Dukes.
Teresa's funny. Okay, I said I would try anything once, Teresa. I will try anything once.
There's another one I keep remembering.
Not necessarily eat it. I might spit it out. I will try anything once. That's funny. Yes,
Yeah, Miracle
as
Whip
well.
is.
Yes, Milkmaid. You can make your own homemade mayo with just eggs and oil. That's all it is. But I've done that, but I choose to just buy Dukes because not that.
Making your own homemade mayonnaise is fun, and it's so good.
It is good. I've done it, but I just buy Dukes. The chat's great.
I made some a while back. Hoagies, some homemade subs. We were making some homemade hoagies, and I made it with garlic and what else did I put in it? I put garlic and something else in it. It was delicious. It was like a spicy mayonnaise. It was good.
And sriracha. I make a spicy sriracha mayo. Ooh.
Love sriracha.
Yes. How about
Blue plate. Blue plate. That's the other good one. Or the other mayonnaise. It ain't
Blue
Duke.
Plate?
Yeah. I have had blue plate before. I can stomach blue plate and I can stomach Hellman's if there's no other choice. If all I have is Miracle Whip, I'm not eating. That's.
Use mustard.
right?
Use
I
mustard.
agree with that.
Actually, mustard is closer to mayonnaise than Miracle Whip will ever be.
Miracle Whip is inedible.
I agree with that. How about tripas? Have you ever gone to South Texas and eaten cow intestines?
Why would I do that?
They're delicious.
Okay.
Hey,
Delicious.
Moonchild.
So cow intestines. So that's basically just sausage.
Oh yeah.
No, no, you actually get them involved in there, and you cut them up into pieces, and you cook them for like hours.
What's inside the sausage? Whatever the cow was eating. So
And you cook them outside if you can cook them outside.
Yes. You cook them all or whatever outside either over a fire or on a propane, and you cook them and you cook them and you cook them down, and basically all the water cooks out, and then they end up rendering the fat, and then they fry in their own fat, and then you have little pieces, and you make tacos or just eat them. Oh, they're delicious.
Well, it's just like here in Texas, we know how to make chicharrones.
Yeah. Chicharron.
I'm gonna make some of those tomorrow, actually.
Ooh, you should film that.
We know how to make chicharrones here.
Making them tomorrow.
See, here in Carolina, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
Okay. Hang on, I'll show you. The pork.
Chicharron.
Okay, the pork that I'm canning was a pork shoulder, and I cut it all up and cubed it up, and I got my poblanos and my Anaheims from the garden, and I roasted them, and I peeled the skin off, and I, did all that. So that's what's going as my base to my Mexican pork and poblano, basically Mexican chili stew. But the little bitty tiny ends that are just too much fat to have a bite of meat cubed, I have a bag of those in the fridge, and those are going in the skillet tomorrow. He's shaking his head. Those are going in the skillet in the morning.
Oh yeah.
And they're gonna get cooked down really slow, and it's mostly fat with just tiny bits of meat in it, and they get cooked down, and they slowly render the fat, and then they fry in their own fat, and then eventually strain them out, and then they're crispy in their homemade chicharrones. That's
Yeah.
So it's like
Oh.
pork rinds. So
It's
like
pork
rinds.
rinds. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
Why didn't you just say that? It's pork
they're
rinds.
delicious.
Because pork
Like,
rinds is different
it
than
took me 2
chicharron.
words.
Oh
It
yeah,
took me
pork
2
rinds.
words.
No,
It
no,
took me
it
2
doesn't
words.
have
Yeah.
That whole chapter you just talked about.
pork rinds and skin. No skin.
Well, and actually, Rudy at Alaska Prepper does a pretty good video on doing chicharrones.
Really?
Yes, holy moly! I was watching him do. I was watching the video, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm about to die."
They're delicious.
He is super patient in the way he makes his.
Oh yeah, it takes a long time. Long time. Chili without beans is Miracle Whip. Okay, 101. Now you're going out there.
In Tennessee, is called cracklins.
Crack.
Yeah, don't they sell some of them here that's called cracklins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Cracklins, chicharrones, pork skins. What's the other
We call
word
them
for it?
chicharrones because there's no skin on the ones I'm making. Chicharrones.
They're a little bit of work, but they're worth every bit of the work.
Okay, guys. You're killing me. Killing me, Smalls. Come here, quiet.
Killing me, Smalls.
Killing me, Smalls.
Love that movie.
You're killing me, Smalls. Oh. Come here. Say hi, Wyatt.
Hello,
Hi.
Wyatt.
His name is Wyatt because of the mustache. Wyatt
I see
Earp.
that.
Have we heard from Best Life lately?
What?
Have we heard from Best Life lately?
Nope.
He said he turned off his I think he said he turned off his heat.
That's life. Where you at?
What would be? Oh, yes, I could make copies with you. Actually, I did it the other day. He says he's just waiting.
Holy moly. Hey, beautiful. Look at her stew.
I have 16 minutes.
All right. So
Oh,
so there are the jars, they're bubbling away, every single one, not any kind of explosion. And this is bottom round with carrot, onion, and garlic. I left the potatoes separate because chances are for my family I'd have to open one of these and a quart of potatoes and then make a stew with it. But looking good.
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
Can't be bad.
Oh, yum.
Fantastic.
I still got a few minutes on mine. It's down to like 2 pounds.
Man, it smells really good in here. I tell you what.
Looks delicious.
Okay, I'm gonna change rooms. I'll be right back.
What's the what? What'd you say, Nikki?
That looks delicious.
Virginia, while you were making that stew, did you come up with the cure for cancer at the same time?
Yeah, I did. I'm gonna sell it for millions of dollars eventually.
Millions and millions.
No, but I did. Just as a recap, I raw packed all of that. I did some better than bouillon for the broth, some carrots,
Hi,
some
Debbie.
onions, some garlic. Good night, Debbie.
Night, Debbie.
There's a good chance my family would pour that over rice just as much as potato.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah,
I see you
great.
there. Yeah, I
I'm
am
gonna
curious about Best Life, that's for sure.
I'll put some taters in the dirt on Monday, Roots.
Are you?
Yep.
Man, I'm
I've
getting
got-
down at night
I've
into
got
the
like-
30s. I don't think
I
I
got
can
like-
do it.
I got like half a bag of Walmart potatoes that are starting to show some chits.
Right?
So I'm gonna throw them in some dirt, but I'm gonna do them in the basement. We'll bring them inside. So it'll be.
Are you gonna do them in those rubber totes again, or are you gonna do them in bags?
Rubber totes?
How many
Yeah.
gallons were your totes?
I want to say there's somewhere like they're at least they're probably 15, maybe 17. They're pretty big.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do I'm gonna do 2 totes every month. The first of the month, I'm doing 2 totes from here on out. If I can get the seed potatoes, the first of every month from here on out, I'm gonna plant 2 totes with probably 5 seed potatoes in each one, and bring them inside, outside, grow them in the basement, do what I got to do, just see if it works.
Right.
I'm all about the taters right now, and then plus I got to build my green screen, my green wall,
Yeah.
my hydro wall. I think I'm gonna try to start on that this week or next week, because Native keeps giving me a hard time about it because he wants to do one too.
I've
So I just
seen
gotta go.
videos of those walls where usually it's PVC with little cones
Yeah.
you put the lettuce in or whatever. That is so cool.
Yeah, I did that in Florida outside, but I'm gonna do it inside in the basement behind it's gonna be my green screen. Like when I'm on camera, behind me is gonna be lettuce and shit growing on the wall.
I like it. Yankee, that's funny. Yeah, it will be something really simple right in front of us the whole time.
I'm pretty sure they've had that cure for years. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
yeah.
they had that cure decades ago. Just like diabetes, there's literally a pill you can take to make it go away, but we can't have it because insulin makes a lot of money.
Wow. For type 1?
Oh yeah, why not?
Crazy. Huh.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, my youngest daughter has type 1, and the only difference between type 1 and type 2, type 2, your body has a hard time processing the insulin. Type 1, your body just doesn't make it.
Oh, okay.
And now, would that not be just if you could just go, wait, let me get some, I don't know, what are they called, stem cells, and go in there and fix that problem real quick?
Yeah.
I mean, now I'm not a doctor by no means, and I'm not giving out any medical advice here, but I mean, we're doing some amazing things, but we can't fix this.
Yeah. Oh, and also we are not professional canners. We just play them on YouTube. This is for
Right.
entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
There is no intention to teach. We are here to guide, but look up the Food Center for Home Preservation or your own books. Refer to your manuals.
There's a 97.4% chance everything I say is misinformation, so y'all roll with it.
I couldn't even figure out how to get our canner to stop pressurizing, so don't listen to me.
Yeah.
Right.
This is a completely fictional show set in a different reality where you can literally store your own food. None of this shit is real, people.
And
Oh
if
my
any,
God.
if any of you want to purchase a canning green screen, I can help you with that too. It's a very fancy illusion that smells good, you know? Oh, wow, Teresa. I am sorry to hear that. It's an idiot doctors there.
Oh no.
Sounds like a lawsuit.
Yeah. Right, bug dude?
All right, I gotta ask a question. How can y'all see chat?
Are you on a phone, a computer, an iPad?
I'm on a phone. I'm still waiting to get my laptop back.
On your phone, all you got to do is hit the comments button at the bottom.
You might have to scroll a little bit. It'll say private and it'll say comments or something like that. Or it might say show chat.
Yeah, let's say something. There's a button down there because I've done it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on StreamYard.com.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. You stay on StreamYard. And it should say show chat or comments somewhere under our faces, under our pictures here. And you might not be able to see us, but you'll be able to see chat and we'll be able to see you.
You're in the show. Everyone can see and hear you. Well, I figured that
Right.
part out.
Now, underneath that, does it say show chat or does it say comments or private or anything?
No, it goes all the way to the bottom menu where it says mic, cam, mic, chat, and leave. But
There
the
you go.
chat is private chat.
Oh, okay. If you click on that, are there two halves of it side by side where one of them is private and one of them is the comments?
Oh, you're a genius. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. And it's possible that'll take away your picture from us, but it's all good. I mean, you're beautiful. You can stay right up there.
Oh,
But
my
depending on
goodness.
your phone, you might not be able to see anymore. Ooh, Ghost pulling out the beans.
Our taters failed.
Oh man, I heard a lot of potato failures this year. I know quite a few people. They just didn't work. I've seen it. People talking about it. This was my first year. I did roughly 5-gallon buckets, and each one yielded about 5 pounds.
Do what?
But I'm gonna try again. Ooh, looks good. Nice beans.
Yeah, they do.
So did you do those dry like we did before?
No, I cooked them.
Okay.
I cooked them for about 2 hours, and I put like a third less than normal because I wanted more soup. I didn't just want a jar full of just beans.
Right.
I wanted food to go with it. So what I did is I rinsed them and cleaned them really good, and then I cooked them for 2 hours. And then the juice that was left in the pot that I cooked them in,
Prepper 101.
I added water to that, so it's actually being cooked in its own juices, basically.
Oh, that's interesting because the only thing I've done so far is the dry method we did, but I'd like to try other things too, just to see what happens. But that's a good idea. Never throw away your juices, people. Like even let's say you have canned carrots, keep your juices. It's like a vegetable stock. Look at the bunny. Is that a bunny?
Is that a
Oh,
chicken?
what is that? A
Or is that a
chicken?
quail?
Oh, it's a chick.
That's one of my chickens. This is my favorite
Oh,
one.
so cool.
This is my
You look
favorite one.
delicious.
I
Nikki,
know,
is that
right?
the one that you showed a few weeks ago?
Hey, Bigfoot.
Yeah, they were just born, what, 2 weeks ago, I guess? Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're so cute. Well, this one's my favorite.
You'll get your chickens. Yes, you will.
I'm loving my chickens.
I got
Sheep, yes. Goats, no.
One-on-one,
I
I
do
think
have
right
quail.
now,
Not the chicken, but I do have quail. Somebody said quail. I do have
Now
quail,
I get
but
my guineas.
right now, that one's name is Nugget. As it gets bigger, it'll get the name like filet and then stuffed chicken.
actually, I'm keeping this one. I don't care what it is. I love the color of this chicken so far. So.
And is that one that you hatched yourself? One of your
Yes.
chickens hatched that? Cool.
Yes.
Man, that is amazing. I want to get chickens. And I don't have to have a rooster if I just want eggs, right?
Right. You can get all the eggs you want, but I want to keep one rooster. I know they're annoying and pain in the ass. And they crow, but I want to keep one just so I can keep hatching chickens. But any other boys, I'm not sure who's who. I have 6 of them, and I'm not sure who's who. So, oh no, but I'm gonna keep one male, one rooster, and the rest of them. We just put in 18 more eggs today
in the
to
incubator.
To hatch some more chickens. So we'll see.
So is it true that roosters are not as good to eat? And if so, does it help to maybe kill them younger so they're not as tough?
Yep.
I have no idea. I've never butchered my own chickens yet.
Okay.
Roosters are good in chicken and dumplings.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I love this one. This one's my favorite. I'm keeping it no matter what. Girl or boy.
Oh, dang, Yankee. Oh, man.
Must be a rooster, Mom. Pepper 101 is killing me, y'all. Killing me,
It'd be a
Saul.
blessing if you could get a mute rooster.
Teresa.
Hey.
She's got to get one named Dumpling. Chicken and dumpling.
Hey, you know, you can eat rabbit and dumplings too.
Sure.
Just saying. That's why I can't so much
Chicken noodle soup.
Rabbit and dumplings, rabbit noodle soup, same thing.
Yeah. They are losing their mind over on Hutch's live stream. I keep flipping back and forth. I can't even say the names that they have up underneath their faces on this channel. Family friendly. I can't even say the names that they have up underneath them. They are out of control.
I'm so watching that. I'm not doing it
Apparently, if
tonight.
you want something good to watch for a second,
I'm watching
go
the
to Hutch's live stream. Because Ghost said he can't even say the names on his channel that they have at the bottom of their pictures.
Roll. They like I can't say those names on my channel. I can't do it. I said,
love you too, baby.
I said this was like family friendly as best as possible. And you know, every now and then we get a cuss word to slide out, but the stuff they got written underneath their faces, I can't say any of that.
Excellent.
Yeah. It's some good stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out. Bye. No, I'm
No way
serious.
Bye.
I am gonna go over there when we're done. Oh, Best Life. So your carrots, so your heat's been off. Were you able to pull them out, or I haven't seen you for a minute?
Yeah, what's going on, Best Life? What happened? Were you faking it?
Right?
Inquiring minds want to know.
I'm pretty sure he did carrots from his garden that he grew himself, which is pretty freaking cool. Also, if anyone hasn't seen Best Life's channel, I'm not on the other computer. I'd put his link in. He made these kill cones for chickens. They're genius. He cuts down like a 5-gallon bucket. He arranges it so that it has a small hole in the bottom and a big hole at top, and put the chicken in there upside down. And I believe you just slice its throat, drain it, and then do the next one. It's very interesting. It's chicken cones. They're pretty good.
Check that out.
Yep. Oh, a raid would be pretty fun, actually. I'd have to go over to my other computer, and that would be fun.
We've only got like 21 people in here.
All right. We'll have to do it next time, Stuart.
Well, then again, they've only got 25 over there, so. And they keep changing their name. Now their names are, oh, well, one of them's still pretty far out there.
Right, Best Life. Well, seriously though, I am going, and I will be over there in a minute. I'm going to go check on my son for a second and make sure the kitchen is buttoned up. But I mean, honestly, this might be one of my favorites. It smells so good. It looks so good. It was pretty easy. All I could find was the round roast. It was on sale for $4.49, which is not great. But in these days, when a big thing of beef is like $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 a pound, so I went with it, and we'll see what happens.
It looks delicious.
It smells so good. So good. It makes me nervous when I can smell it, because then I'm like, oh my gosh, did one of them explode? No. Is there stew everywhere?
Well, in y'all's area, do y'all not have any of the cattle ranchers that aren't working together, and then they're butchering their own meat and selling them?
Yep, there are. In fact, where I live, there's one just a few miles down the road, and I looked that up earlier this year. I could find like a quarter of a cow or a half a cow for about $4 a pound. So I'm kicking myself a little bit because I didn't sign up. I'll hopefully I can still do that. It comes out to about $800, but it's all mixtures, between ground, roast, the ribs, some places actually sell it where you can choose your cuts a little bit more. But what I want to do is just buy a quarter of a cow and get it over with.
Well, we've got 5 ranchers that are all working together, and they've got 2 butchers that they bought the facilities for, and they're selling the beef for $4 a pound across the board. It doesn't matter if it's tenderloins, ribeyes, T-bones, ground. It doesn't matter. And you just call and place an order and get on a list.
Yeah. Because I was curious if that was a good price. I didn't know. I've never researched it before, so I wasn't sure if $4 roughly was a good deal. So I'm glad to hear that's pretty much what you're finding too. And just
here at our grocery store, like a T-bone is $12.99 a pound. Porterhouse, if you can get one from him, is almost $16.99 a pound.
Wow.
Bone-in ribeyes are $9.99 a pound. I mean, it's ridiculous.
That's awful.
Yeah. $9.99 a pound for ribeyes that are on sale. That must be a sale, because they're expensive here. Even here in Texas. I know it's crazy, but they are.
Right.
Well, and here locally, we can still buy the 10-pound bags. 10-pound bags of the leg quarters for 29 cents a pound. So you get a 10-pound bag of leg quarters for nothing.
Oh, no, not where I am.
Wow.
And we've got
I can find 69 cents a pound, but
4
not
bags in the freezer right now.
Hi, Ghetto.
I can't even Crooked toe, bro.
That's right.
You're killing me with the feet thing.
I was shopping at Costco recently, and all of their meat. Oh my goodness, I couldn't even afford it. I used to get their um, pork roast, the sirloin roast, they were $1.69 a pound. Their hamburger used to be pretty good, and I mean, all of the decent looking meats, steaks, they didn't even have the pork anymore, was literally 200 and something dollars for a packet of it or whatever. Like if you go buy a full rib roast that you're going to make yourself, a year or two ago it was about $60-$70, and now it's about 250. Good night, Zane.
Good night,
Holy
Zah.
moly.
Dang.
Yeah, I was shocked. Probably at least double and some things triple on meat. So
Oh.
Well, then we trap wild hogs here, and when we sell them, right now our buyers aren't buying anything under 80 pounds. So
Right.
we're about to start taking them, and we're going to take the hindquarters and the front end with the backstrap, and we're just going to start processing our own stuff.
yep.
That's what I do. I
Well,
mean, we
used
don't
to, we could get ground pork, and we can't get ground pork anymore.
Mhm.
right,
Yeah.
right. It's expensive when you find it. I just do that at Centerville. We go in deer season. I mean, my husband will shoot a deer or two for deer season, and I'm just all about shooting the hogs, the wild hogs that are coming through there. I have a grinder. I love ground pork. I grind my own hogs, man.
We
No.
have a few. When does y'all's deer season start? Ours starts Friday
Next
at
weekend.
midnight.
Next
Okay,
weekend.
same thing.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
and you can go and hunt
Oh,
wild
yeah,
hogs.
next weekend.
Oh, that's
Well,
cool.
you don't have to around here. You don't really have to hunt wild hogs.
Yeah.
Well,
You just build a trap and put some corn in it, and we use orange Gatorade mix. And oh yeah,
raspberry jello. Try raspberry jello.
raspberry
What?
jello.
Yeah.
I've never heard such a thing.
Oh yeah.
Just
Oh
Hogs,
yeah.
I mean, I hunt them. Like if a hog comes out under my feeder or whatever, I will shoot a hog. I mean, I won't even wait on a deer. I will straight up shoot a hog because I like pork. Pork is better than venison. Just saying, it's more delicious.
Well, we had
Yeah.
Whatever.
$2.
Yes, it is. It's more delicious. But we have a trap and we put corn in there and I sprinkle raspberry jello. Man.
And they're right there. Yeah, we had $2 in our big trap. It's a 4x4x8 this morning.
Oh,
And
they'll
I
do-
asked Dad, I was like, hey, go get the crossbow. Go get the crossbow. It's bow season right now. And Dad
Yeah.
goes, crossbows at the house. Are you kidding me? We could have killed them both in the trap and drug them out. Nobody would have known any different.
Deer won't get in the trap. They're crazy.
Oh, yeah, they get in there all the time. And then we let them out, and one of them walked about 15 feet away and then turned around and looked like, you're not going to do nothing? No, because we don't have a crossbow.
Yeah, they don't care. No, see, I would rather shoot pork. I mean, I prefer pork over venison. I mean, I like venison, but pork is delicious. That is
Oh, I
flavor.
love venison. Oh.
That is flavor.
Yep, it is. That is flavor.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, I will totally kill a hog over a deer, me, every single time. He's over here shaking his head. He's over there like, no.
Well, and Dad'll have pork fat added to the venison sausage because we
Yep.
do breakfast sausage out of ours too. And I don't eat pork for the most part, and I can't. My doctor will bludgeon me to death.
I'm sorry.
But I like to have beef fat done, and then I've got a buddy of mine that raises sheep, so I'll take sheep stew meat and have them mix that in with the venison with the beef fat, and that's how I have my breakfast sausage made. And it's holy moly. But it's like a regular venison sausage. You still need to cook it in water in the bottom of the frying pan instead of just frying it. So I'm guessing by the look on your face, y'all don't do it that way.
I do. I don't. Maybe. Nikki, where you at? Oh shit! Where'd she go? What
She
happened?
popped.
Oh, shit.
All right,
I
I've got it.
think it disappeared.
Where you at? What's going on?
I'm right.
What's
I'm
up?
right.
What's up? What's going on with your canner? Is it broke?
No, it's coming down. I'm waiting on the temp to come down.
How much longer you got?
Well, I turned it off. I'm done. I'm just waiting on it to come down so I can open it.
So you don't have any clue what's going on.
What?
What?
What's your pressure at?
It's right between 1 and 2. See, I have a gauge. Mine's different than y'all's. Like I turned it when my timer went off. I turned the heat off, and it's coming down. So it's between 1 and 2. And so I have to run it for
1 and 2 SI or 1 and 2 because your thing goes 1, 2, 3.
Right. It has to be in 2 for 10 pounds. So it's between 5 and 10 pounds. It's coming down.
Okay. Take it easy. Calm down, Tiger. Calm down.
You raising her pressure. Her pressure is at 15 right now.
Oh, jacked up. That's what that pork. That's what all that pork will do to you. That's that other white meat. That shit will fuck you up.
That's
Oh,
like
rabbit.
you got your cans out.
Getting all gangster. Yeah.
Kind of like rabbit, the other white meat.
Put some beans in your damn chili to help with that blood pressure issue you got going on.
You know what? It's a good thing I love you. Sort of. Kind of.
Best Life, are you going to show us or are you going to I'd like to see.
Yeah. What's up, Best Life? Are you faking? Is it for real?
Right.
Do it.
You don't have to show your face. You can just show your cans. That's I hear that all the time.
Love it.
Oh, God.
I love it. Oh, crazy. Oh, crazy.
Hot chickens. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, epileptic pilots. So you do them in muffin tins and freeze them.
Roots.
Okay.
Roots.
Yeah.
Milkmaid is over on Hutch's stream, and she does not have a ball cap on, and her hair's did.
Are you serious?
For real. Her hair's did.
Oh, come
She looks like
on.
she's out clubbing. She's trying to get a date.
She's a traitor.
Man.
Y'all thought she
What a
looked good in the
traitor.
baseball cap. Wait till you see what this curly hair she's got going on. What the hell?
I can't wait.
She's all posted up in the kitchen with her hair down.
Oh, that's my destination in a few minutes. But I do have to run, guys. I have a kid pulling on my arm, and I'll be in chat for a minute, and I'll see you all around. Oh, there he is. Okay, I'm not leaving.
I'll see you.
Hey.
Looky.
Rock and roll.
Woo! Woo!
I might have to do the next batch now.
Right? Those look awesome. I'm so proud of you. And you grew those carrots, right?
Yeah, I pulled these out of the garden today.
Man,
Look good.
that's
really
amazing.
good.
Nice.
I'm so glad you did that. I hope that we were helpful somewhat. I saw a few questions. I hope that it was all good for you.
No, I pretty much knew. I've water bathed a lot, but that was my first time pressure canning, so I had an idea what to do.
Right. Good.
Great.
Nice.
But yeah, they've all popped.
I'm going to
now.
put your link in. Oh, they all popped? Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
I'm going to get your link and put it in for people. One sec.
Right on. I'm gonna jump out.
That's
I'm gonna go
amazing.
back to chat. But there it is.
Awesome. Good job, man. That looks good. All right, Ruth. I'll see you over there in a little bit.
Okay, I'll be there, and I'm gonna get this link in and be a few minutes. So I'll see you all soon. It was fun. It was real. It was fun. It was almost real fun.
Almost.
I hate this layout with these three narrow cameras. For some reason, it just drives me crazy. Like this one, this is just annoying as shit. You're like,
I agree. I hate that. It's like,
I don't know how to change my camera layout, so
oh, you can't. Like if you control the screen, you can do the. Well, no, you can change it on your phone. I guess you could do like turn it sideways and it would go widescreen.
yeah, sideways.
Maybe. Oh yeah, look at that.
holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and you can see where the last water leak was, right above my head.
And if you scroll down on your phone now, you can probably open up the chat and it'll pop up to the right hand side, and it'll be transparent where you can see the chat and the camera.
Yeah, it didn't work.
No, it didn't work.
That'd be my luck.
Well, when I do it on my phone only, and I don't have this little I can't see anybody, so I don't like to do that on my phone either.
No, I'm just waiting to get my laptop back.
Oh,
Oh, is it time?
I'm gonna do road candy. Road candy. Can't do that. I have to wait. You don't have to wait on me, Ghost. You want to bail? That's fine.
Everybody else has bailed on us. We're down to 13 people in the room right now.
I'm sitting here waiting to see her. I'm waiting to see what she's got in the canner.
You don't have to wait on me. I'm just saying. I know mine is slow. You do not have to wait on me. But it's coming down. I'm trying.
Oh no! Apparently, Hutch and them are involved in debauchery right now. That's not going to change in the next hour and a half or 2 hours. So,
Gosh, guys, I have to wait. I'm kind of like milkmaid at this point. You don't have to wait on me. I'll make a video tomorrow. Short one, like a 45-second one.
All right. Well,
yeah, but Milkmaid would have been like 45 minutes behind everybody else, so it didn't really matter.
Don't wait on me. I'll go to the next one. I'll hop over there and then I'll just post a video tomorrow.
No, I'm waiting to see what you got in there.
Actually, you can go to Hutch's stream when you're stuck, and you can unveil on Hutch's stream. Hey.
I could.
Yeah, I'm gonna go tell him right now.
Is Hutch gonna remember how to post that for somebody to see?
He's live. He's gotta post it. She's gonna take the lid off on Hutch's stream.
Right. I'm just saying I've never been on one of Hutch. I mean, I've watched Hutch forever, but I've never been on one. I don't know if he'll let me on.
I'll tell him to. I'm gonna go over there right now. We'll shut this thing down. I'm gonna let him know you're gonna come over and you're gonna unveil your cans on his show. That's what we're gonna do.
Those cans.
Yeah, the ones in the canner. Yeah. All right. Well, it just depends on how much fun you're having.
Right. We're about to go into late night, right?
We can devolve into caveman lifestyle like that. Yeah. We can go straight just like that. No problem.
Right.
So everybody in the chat, thank you for coming. Everybody in the chat, everybody that was up here on the panel, Nikki, Monty, Roots, everybody else that was up here, appreciate it.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, anytime. Thank you, mods, for doing what you do. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys. And Roots just dropped the stream to his live. You guys want to click on it, and I will see you guys over there shortly. I got to break down my setup and go get reset up again. So wait on me, Nikki. I'll be there in a minute.
Okay, I'm gonna take a time out and go smoke and all that. So I'll see you.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Hutch Homestead. Go see Hutch. Virginia, drop the link. Everybody click on it.